Floyd and he was me, he would never have to fight again because the exhibition shit, as me being his little brother, hey, little bro, we finna do 10 rounds and we both gonna get 100+ million for it.
Right.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well, I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Right.
Yeah, you know the deal. We back again. Yo. A round of applause for Jersey's finest. A lot of content creators not worthy, but they minus. They get offended and start singing like the whiners. Talking like they tough, but it's only screaming and whining. My homie Justu is the cat you don't come to. Your squad get run through. By the time you come to, you duck food. You suckers talk tough on the internet, revealing all your threats. Now we got you trapped in the net. Justu be on this grind, y'all better hustle up. You deadlifted 90 pounds, we doing muscle ups. There's really no comparison. His voice sound like a derringer. Throwing a towel, it's just embarrassing. My dog just very philosophical and psychological, and he mixed it all with good boxing news. These YouTubers feel like Bishop, I guess they got the juice, but it's lonely at the top to just feel like child abuse. Be respectful, he don't want to talk wild and loose. If you can't relate, you get dismissed like a mild dispute. These weird cats will tell lies that they hide the truth. Wide beyond views, you lose your life when you collide with dude. It's Jusdueboxing. All you cowards quit jocking. Kirk is official with no other options. Yeah, yo. You know the deal. Judah Ben, we in the spot. Jusdueboxing, yeah. And of course, shout out to Mrs. Do, holding the whole family down. Word 'em up, word 'em up.
What's good? What's good? Salute to the family on this good Monday. Back to get boxing is just due with an early build on this good morning. How y'all feeling, man? Top of the morning. Salute to everybody. You know, man. Good weekend of fights, man. I enjoyed myself thoroughly. We enjoyed ourselves thoroughly, man. I mean, I know we was watching fights, but oh man, I was laughing all night, man, all night, except for when that Oshaquie Foster decision got read. That almost dampened my night, but nonetheless, we had a great night, man. It was fun, you know. Ran into a couple fighters. It was a good night, man. It was a fun night. Let me say what's up to the family. We're gonna do this. We got to recap this event from Saturday, man. Let me say what's up to the fam. Al Booger, my guy, what's good with it, bro? Salute to my queen, the baby girl, Miss Justu. How you feeling, baby girl? Don't work too hard. You know it. I'm on the job, Jonathan 97 J, my guy. Yeah, we early with it. We got to build, man. Love family just doing 2 shows today. You know we on it, man. We on it. Salute to Ace, man. How you feeling, forever? G's in the building. Dodge J, man, putting that color in the chat early. Supporting the grind, man. Much love, much appreciation, bro.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well, I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Much love to my guy. We gonna talk about it. Jarrell, what's good with Al Booger? My guy, what's good, family? How you feeling? William, old school, my brother. Love to fight person, but I'm a hardcore. Nothing wrong with it, man. Look, criticism is fair in the sport of boxing. Anything that you do where people could critique and judge it, you're gonna get criticized. So it's, criticism is one thing, right? I think people just they can't critique you without giving credit too. This, I'm trying to tell y'all, situations like this, fights like this is exactly the type of scenarios and situations that created and birthed the Just Do Boxing. It's a reason why when people come here, they get their credit, they get their just due, because a lot of times we focus on what we wanted to see or what we felt like we didn't see. So we have a tendency to overlook what was actually shown and put on display. So we're going to talk about it because it was a full card. It was 8 fights. You get what I'm saying? Dudes was showing out, man. It was a good night for me, man. It was a good night for us, man. It was met some of the family, seen some of the people in the building. It was fun, man. But we here to build on it, and I'm always gonna give a fair assessment, but a real one. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna get to a Dragon Assassins official. What's good, family? Blitz Tactic. What's good? 903 and JB, 2 of my favorite channels. You're 903, my guy. That's a good dude right there for sure. He definitely a good dude. 903. Salute to Blitz. Alan, what's good with it, family? How you feeling, bro? Good to see you on this early AM. Salute to everybody, man. So like I said, man, y'all knew I was going to this fight. We went there. We enjoyed ourselves. It was a whole night of boxing, but everybody got different takeaways. My thing is, it's okay to critique people. That's fine. You could critique people. You can hold them accountable. You get what I'm saying? Hold them to the standard that they put out. All that stuff is fine. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? But I've been hearing a lot of dissing and trashing, and I just don't understand it. I don't get it. You get what I'm saying? This whole fight card to me was solid. The start for starters, man. The heavyweight bout was good. Them heavyweights went out there and did their thing. You know, then we had Calvin Davis and Kevin Johnson fight. They went at it. It was competitive. It was some ebbs and flows in that fight for sure. A lot of people felt like Kevin Johnson pulled it off. People felt like Calvin didn't win. I'll say I felt like whenever you got a close fight and those rounds are like swing rounds or they're fairly competitive and close, you know, it's typically gonna go to the guy that got more of a push behind them. So that's what I seen in that fight. It wasn't no easy fight for Kelvin Davis. Kevin Johnson not an easy out. He can scrap. The dude is scrappy. He can fight. He don't lay down. I think he was fighting at the wrong range a lot of the time in the fight, which led to him not getting a nod. You know what I'm saying? You already know, Favre. You got to be real to the audience, man. Tay D, what's good with it, my guy? How you feeling, bro? Tay D saying biggest critique. He's very immature in the corner. The way he didn't listen, talked back and made excuses when his pops was giving instructions, very disrespectful. Man, let me see. It's stuff I can say about that, but it's like it's not information that's on the internet, so I ain't gonna be the first to speak too heavily on that. But what I will say, yeah, from the optics, it might look that way, but I'll say this without giving away something I shouldn't be saying. I'll say you got to really understand the dynamic of their relationship. Like, you get what I'm saying? From the outside looking in, it's easy. You'll be like, yeah, he wasn't listening. He was arguing. Let me see how I could put it without saying too much. Like, I know somebody that know what's up, right? I know somebody that knows a lot more privy to, sessions and work being put in behind the scenes. So they have more of an understanding of the dynamic of their relationship. Like, when you see them going back and forth, normally a fighter talking back that much is frowned upon. It's bad. It's like you're not listening. But like I said, you would have to know how they it's what typically when you see a coach giving instructions, your trainer, it's like shut up and listen type energy almost, right? Without being said, it's like I know better, shut up and listen. With them, it's more of a give and take. You get what I'm saying? That's why I say I'm making no excuse for you. You have to be very mindful of that because the cameras are on you. You know what I mean? People gonna take it and run with it, but you got to really understand the dynamic of their relationship, right? To really know, like, what basically what I'm saying is what was taking place is not new. It's just it got highlighted more in this fight for whatever reason. You get what I'm saying? But it wasn't a matter of him just disregarding him. Now, I think he could have, definitely listened more because I think he was getting good instruction. But it was a matter of them what they see. And like I said, that goes on in the gym too. You know what I mean? Sometimes they like what you see. Sometimes what he sees is exactly what the trainer see, and sometimes it's different. But I don't think it's no real issue there. You know what I'm saying? I think people, you know, everybody got a different take, but like knowing the information that I know and understanding a little bit better the dynamic of their relationship, that he was right on par with what they always do. It just got, you know, magnified in this fight for whatever reason. I think it's gonna hurt him at the top level when he faces real adversity. Pops will just try to have him get the stoppage. For sure. For sure. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Y'all know over here we have conversations. I don't tell none of y'all y'all wrong and what y'all saying. I just try to give you something else to think about. So like I understand from you know having conversation and somebody that's able to watch them work and see what they're doing, right? So it's more of a give and take more than a just shut up and listen, right? Most people, you know, they don't know, so they looking for that guidance. Man, I just wish I could go in deeper, man. Yeah, I'll say this, man. If you know all I do is bring y'all real information, just know that they good. They good. Like that's normal. But you know, you don't want it to be a problem, right? You get what I'm saying? You always want to be smart. You always want to understand that you got there from listening to him and being guided. So I understand people's concern for it, but like I said, for me, understanding what I know, it was right on par with what they usually do. LaMarcus was good with it, my guy. How you feeling? He's talking about it was on live TV. Yeah, that's what it was. You know what I mean? So you going, Bruce Gas was good with it. Is that the OG? Oh, this is a new channel. Okay. Okay. Salute to Bruce Gas. How you feeling, OG? Good to see you as always. Pop said it doesn't matter if I know it. But in my opinion, it's not helping him. He showed more respect to what Bud and Ward had to say in the crowd in the ring. Man, it's man, I can't really I could say, but I can't say, man. Look, TD, I'm trying to tell you something. That what I'm saying is that's for a reason. I'm not excusing it. I'm telling you that's for a reason. It's for a reason. And like I said, there's certain stuff I don't be liking to say, so I ain't gonna say it. But you right. Ultimately, what you saying is 100% right. You gotta listen to the guy that got you there. You know what I'm saying? You got to. Dude, what's good with it? Oh, you at work, man? Don't work too hard on them, cuz. What's good with it, man? Right. For sure. TD, ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing you said wrong. Nothing you said is wrong at all. Richie, baby, what's good with it, fam? When we heard the conversation on TV right in front of us, you don't understand what we see. It is. We don't understand what we see and heard. I don't get it. You good. I think it should be mostly charged. It was dead earlier, so go ahead. You good. You good. Salute to Richie, baby. Eliezer, what's good with it, fam? How you feeling? Salute. Let me get to it. Team need to fix that as a team. Yeah, I mean, look, you always you want to make sure you're on the same page as much as possible. But I understand. I know a little bit different. That's all. You know what I'm saying? But you want to make sure you mindful of the instructions being given in the corner. Simple and plain. But I wish there was a little more I could say, but I ain't got to. It is what it is. That's It's never been documented that they ever had no issues. So I'm not going over, some back and forth in the corner. I'm not going to overdo it. No. Nah, Eliezer Tank's performances don't make Shakur look bad. The only person that can make Shakur look bad is Shakur. You get what I'm saying? Tank is Tank, Shakur is Shakur. Tank is a, complete boxer with knockout power that can end it. That makes him very special. He's a complete fighter in that regard. Shakur can only make Shakur look bad. Shakur is not Tank. He can't go in there and do what Tank do. I'm pretty sure he don't try to do what Tank do. So, I mean, it's all how you look at it. One guy's performance don't have anything to do with the next guy. You get what I'm saying? Frank beating Shakur couldn't finish him. That's his fault. Yeah. Again, I don't really be hung up over people's opinion of other fighters. The difference is, I mean, it's like, see, this is what we focusing on. We focusing on the finish. I think he had opportunities. I think he had 1 or 2 opportunities where he could have pushed, probably created a finish. I think he kind of let him off the hook. He let that moment pass, not putting the punches together and stuff like that. But I can't just say what he said. He did Artem look better than what he said? Did Artem look any better than what he said? Because I don't think he had a problem controlling the fight at all. You know what I'm saying? The only thing he could have did was, step on the gas, little sense of urgency. He was stepping to him and going to the body real well. He was putting the shots together when he let his hands go. I'm not gonna sit here and make it seem like he didn't throw at all. There just were some moments in the fight where I think he could have did more. And I think that would have created a stoppage. I think he could have got one by accumulation, as I was saying. But Artem is a guy that is an Olympian, is a bronze medalist, and does know how to survive. So you factor that in, the fact that he knows how to survive. You got a guy that's not a puncher, you know what I mean? And even with that, he still had his opportunities, but not putting the punches together, I think kind of let Artem off the hook. You know what I'm saying? That's what I seen. That's what I seen. You say why he kept running? Because from about rounds, I want to say like 8 all the way to 12, it was no longer him trying to win. Artem was just surviving after that point. You know what I mean? After that point. Mike Golden, what's good with it? How you feeling? What's good with it, man? Key Alexandria, peace to the queen. How you feeling today? Good to see you in the morning, early in the morning. Yeah, man, I enjoyed myself. I had a good time. I think the worst part of the night was the Oshaquie Foster decision for me. You know what I mean? The decision was the worst part. Other than that, I enjoyed it, man. It was good energy. We sit next to some good people. My girl pretty much lost her voice having fun screaming and so on, man. She was going off in there. It was fun though. I had a lot of fun, a lot of good laughs, a lot of good energy. A lot of good laughs. 11 and 12, Artem started throwing again. I think he threw punches shit in every round, right? I just felt like, far as the running part, I don't use the word running too much because I don't like it. I feel like a guy can't run if you cutting off the ring. And that's for any fighter. I'm consistent. So Shakur can feel how he feels. Salute to him. He did his thing. I just look at it like running is for guys that don't know how to cut the ring off when you use that term. So even though that's what he said, I don't think Artem was running per se, but I think he was surviving. I think he definitely was in survival mode for several rounds. You know what I'm saying? From what I could see, he again, you ain't supposed to stand there and just trade or nothing like that. So he was supposed to use some type of movement. But what I seen, and I felt like why Shakur said running is because he was just fighting to survive after a while. After about round 7, to me, he was no longer trying to really win. He was just fighting to not get knocked out, shit, pretty much. So if you just take a look at his last fight, different style, different opponent, I get it. But to me, he looked like he actually came to win against Frank Martin. He was trying to win. At no point in the fight with Frank Martin did you see him move around the ring consecutively, like while he was losing. So again, we only critiquing one fighter. Nobody's critiquing Artem. To me, that shows like you're not really trying to have an assessment of the fight. You just want to highlight one guy. It's 2 people fighting in there. So Artem definitely came to win against Frank Martin. But in my opinion, I don't think, I think after halfway through the fight, it just looked like he stopped trying to win. Looked like he wasn't trying to win. I don't like to call it running because, again, like I said, all fighters, y'all got to learn how to cut the ring off. You can't just be content with saying a guy is running, right? Because he can't run if you cutting that ring off. I can't stress that enough. A guy cannot run from you if you cutting the ring. And that's why he said, I got to, go back and work on maybe cutting off the ring Yeah, it just was a matter of being prepared for that. I don't think he was prepared for that. You know what I'm saying? You go look at Artem fights, he moves around the ring. He boxes and moves pretty well, but just not that much, right? I could clearly see that from sitting in my seat that, this dude definitely was fighting much differently than he did Frank Martin. Obviously, different opponent, but again, I'm talking about his intent. I'm not talking about the amount of success he had either. I'm just saying the intent. He was fighting like a guy that believed he could win in the Frank Martin fight to me. You know what I'm saying? This one, not so much. I just don't believe he was trying to win. That place was packed. I was there. Oh, salute to Elisa. He was in there. Yeah, it was. It really was. Really was. Worrying about a fighter running. And then he chuckled. Yeah, right. But check it out. I'm gonna be honest. I don't use the word running. That's what he said. Fighters use that term. I don't use that. Obviously, as I just said, you got to cut the ring off. But to me, he wasn't coming to win. He spent those rounds fighting with no sense of urgency. Like, think about it. Anybody else would have highlighted that. Let's talk about how he knew. You had to know you wasn't winning the fight. You had to know your corner had to tell you was down in rounds, and he still was moving backwards. He wasn't coming forward. You asked Shakur walking straight to him like I said he would, fight him in the pocket. I did think I was going to see more offense because I felt like once he showed his level, I thought he was just going, be comfortable at just picking him apart. And he did that for the most part. That's what happened. But still, with that guy in front of you, with Shakur's level, he could have did more. And I know he could have. I know he could have did more with the guy in front of him. Artem had nothing for him skillfully. He just had nothing for him. So, my biggest critique is not really stepping on it. Like, capturing that moment. You had your moment. You had it a couple times and you was hurting him with some body shots. And I seen him backing off and kind of utilizing the ring to kind of get his bearings back. But he was supposed to identify that moment and go capitalize. And that's kind of where he let him off the hook a little bit. You know what I mean? He might have felt like, it's because he was moving. Yeah, but you was doing a good job at still picking your shots well. You just needed more offense, right? Just needed more. You know what I mean? That's all. Tay, peace to the queen. How you feeling this morning? Good to see you in the building. Of course, say he was running, which it made it hard to get the knockout. But when Shakur went against Dos Santos that should have cut the ring off and did more. I'm confused. I just said the same thing about Shakur, Richie, baby. I literally just said the same thing. I don't know. I think it's like you searching for something that ain't there. I just said that. Literally just said it's the same thing. It applies. I don't use the word running. He can feel how he wants to feel. Just Do is saying if you cutting the ring off, a guy can't run from you. So he was supposed to cut the ring off and he was supposed to do more offensively. That's what I said. Like, oh, you just came back. Yeah, you gotta listen. You talking to a real one, like somebody that's being fair. Like, I'm a fair guy. I'm not about to go crazy on him over a dominant win, but I'm a critique where I see holes where he could have took advantage. Yeah, I say he was supposed to cut the ring off. No fighter should use the word running, especially elite level talent. You can't use the word running because you're supposed to be able to cut the ring off. That's always been my opinion on that. So he's still entitled to see it how he's seen it. He's in the ring, right? That's cool. Do your thing. But for me, if you cutting that ring off and trapping him at his exits, cutting off his exits, he can't get away from you. You get what I'm saying? And you just got to put more punches behind it after that. That's all. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, you got to listen to me. Yeah, I know y'all might think I'm just because this is my guy, I'm not going to keep it 100. No, I'm going to be honest, but I can't be overly critical like everybody else. I never do that. So for me, let's go with the cons. You want to display, especially in front of the world, when the magnifying glass is on you. You want to make sure people know that you and your grandfather's on the same page, right? You get what I'm saying? That's a must. You know what I mean? You want to be a well-oiled machine in there. You get what I'm saying? Because you'll never want to get to a point in a fight where you feel like you can't rely on the information that you're getting from your corner, right? So that's that, right? That's the whole, talking back. Even though I know more about that than most people, I'm gonna just leave it there from what we can see. Make sure y'all on the same page. You know what I'm saying? That's that. And in terms of what was missing, I think he could have put together more punches. I think he could have, he was going to the body well. I like it. But I think more combinations, I think he would have had his guy up out of there. You know what I'm saying? I think he could have forced the ref to stop it. You know what I'm saying? And again, the advice that was given from the grandfather, it seemed like that's all he was trying to tell you. Just put you in a position to get that KO, to get the stoppage, because he know that the eyes is on you. He know the last fight of your contract, they looking for a reason. So, you know what I mean? He was trying to put you in position to have your best night. You know what I'm saying? And you didn't lose, but maybe one round, if that. You know what I'm saying? So there's work to be done. He's not a finished product, but he's still ahead of the curve. It's not a lot of guys that's gonna beat him. Just being honest, man. It's not. You know, with some good challenges out there. I hear people saying Williams a Pater. Yeah, I see you, TD. We gonna build on William Foster is not the guy at all. Shadow Band was good with it. Frank was at the fight. Was the fight we all needed? Yeah, that Bad Blood Styles made for a great fight. I think they still should fight. TM was good with it, man. Salute to everybody. Shane Frazier in the building was good. Right. Talk to him, Queen. That's fair. That's real. Just, you know what I mean? And being comfortable letting them hands rip because he got all the talent in the world. He's seeing it in front of him. He just got to grab the moment. You get what I'm saying? Got to grab the moment. You know what I'm saying? His defense to me, elite level. I think his IQ, elite level. I think his offense is just good right now. Good. But, you know, you want it to be great as well, right? You know what I mean? So I don't think he's mediocre or anything, because he's very accurate. It's just about putting more punches together. That's all. Just like the Queen said, just putting them combinations together, because again, with you not being a knockout artist, you're very sharp and precise with your shots, and he plays his shots very well. So that's how he's going to get his stoppages. If he gets stopped, it's going to be because of accumulation, well-placed, well-timed shots. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like, you know, you bring up his most recent KO with Yoshino. The reason he got him out of there, it just wasn't like because he's some big old KO artist or something. He got him out of there because he was throwing the right punches at the right time, letting his hands go, putting together combinations and shots that he wasn't ready for. You know what I mean? So that's just an element of his game, I believe, truthfully, that he got to continue to work on. We already know he's a defense first guy. We know this. We know this already. So, you know, that offense, him being more offensive, is to me him stepping somewhat out of the comfort zone and to be more on that front foot. And while you there, not to just be on the front foot, but be able to cut the ring off while you're doing it. And once you get to your designation, from you doing the work, closing the gap, cutting off the ring, now you in position. You got to know, just let them hands go. Trust in your combinations. He got a nice uppercut, TD. Hey, he got a nice uppercut. You know what I mean? He got a nice uppercut. Got a nice uppercut. Uppercuts in the second half of the fight. Yeah, it was just pillows. Knight Rider was good with it. Yeah, man. Look, I'm just trying to be as transparent as possible. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, you seen it. We seen it. That's just what it is. It's just being more offensive when you put yourself in position to do so. Like, he was in good position. You was making this dude miss. He was fighting right in the pocket. Like, you left out of there clean. You dig what I'm saying? Like, he didn't have nothing for you, man. So I'm not, like I said before the fight, I wasn't demanding a knockout, but I did see lows in the fight where he could have capitalized and, you know what I mean, probably, like I said, forced the stoppage. I'm not going to change my mind about that. I do think this is a fight he could have forced one. You know what I'm saying? He could have. He really could have. Derek Wills, what's good, Derek? Well, yeah. Top rank know what they was doing, man. People just got to pay attention, man. Top rank know what they was doing. I'll say this because, you know, it's probably a couple people that was in the building here. Don't believe that everybody just got up and walked out like that. I mean, TV is very deceiving. Just like when they want you to believe that an event is sold out and it's not, they'll have you believe everybody just got up and left. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't the case. That was toward the end of the fight. That was like the 12th round. That fight was pretty much in the bag and over with. Pretty much over with. Kenny, what's good with it, family? How you feeling, bro? Both of them boys' faces were clean. Yeah, I'm saying one guy was clean because he wasn't get hit at all. You know what I'm saying? Now, Shakur just not the biggest of punchers, but I don't expect to see a guy face all beat up and battered, right? But I've seen him do it before. You know what I'm saying? Like the way Shakur talk, convincing that he's something else. Shakur is a skilled boxer, so he can admire his work and get away with it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he definitely masterclass boxer at the end of the day, man. Shakur's a boxer. That's that. I mean, shit, that's what he always been. He never claimed to be nothing else but a boxer of the highest sorts. And I don't know why you people go into fights expecting knockouts. You get what I'm saying? I don't get that, but you know, yeah, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Nah, I don't. Listen, you gonna talk how you talk, man. You gonna talk how you talk. But the reality of it is, you know, there's more good than bad in this fight, and that's the part that I'm on. I'm on that side. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I look, I wanted to see a stoppage too, Jug. I wanted to see a stoppage too, but the goal is to win and fight your fight doing it. And I think that's what he did. I think there's elements of his game that he knows he's going to continue to work on. You know, like Keith said, putting your punches together, more combinations, because you are talented enough to do so. And when you punching in combination, you are a hard dude to deal with. You get what I'm saying? When your offense is clicking on all cylinders, you are using combinations. You'll see him flash the uppercut as well. And he got a nice one. And again, like I said, what I like about it is how he places shots. You get what I'm saying? And he's not wasteful at all, but I think he's skilled enough to where he doesn't have to be so economical with his punch output. I think he could really believe in himself and you know, and let them hands fly. You know what I mean? Because that'll eliminate all of the boring talk. You know what I'm saying? You left some you like watching this fight, right? It's like I had like an analogy, right? It's like when you see somebody eat a platter of chicken wings, right? But they leave meat on the bone. They done with the wing platter, but when you look over there, you see some meat left on the bone. That's how I kind of, you know, if that makes sense to y'all. There was some meat left on the bone. You get what I'm saying? And I get it with the stoppage talk, but I believe that he really wanted that. You know what I mean? But he had to put more effort into his offense to get it. Most of the night was great. I had a damn blast. Lost my voice. Yeah, you did. Just see my boy Keysahwn. Yeah, Keysahwn was styling, boxer versus entertainer, right? Against other ops, and it would have respect. Shout out to the performance. He stood there all night, but that's because Artem wasn't dangerous. Yeah. But I told people though. And again, TD, that's actually smarter. Like a guy that think about if he sat here and moved the whole fight with this dude, how mad people would be. You know what I mean? He did go to him. He did, you know, attempt to get a stoppage, right? I just think, you know, just not enough offense was put behind some of his work. And, you know, that's why the stoppage didn't happen. Yeah, D Young, I was too, man. I seen it. He had it there. It was there a couple times, man. Artem, that body work was hurting. Body work, that's what you gotta do when you're not a power puncher. You just gotta focus on, you know, precision, punch placement, combinations, hitting guys with shots they don't see, things like that. You know what I mean? You gotta mix it up like that. It's just a real question why I paid $50 for that fight. Shit, I paid more than that for my ticket, bro. I was at the fight, Jug. So yeah, I would, because again, I appreciate the sweet signs, bro. I'm not gonna be overly crying about performances where guys win pretty much every round. Yeah, you could critique it, but the fact that there's more negative criticism than positive is a problem for me. He didn't struggle. He didn't go out there and have a close fight like Frank Martin. He didn't need a knockdown to secure his win. Like, people missing a lot of shit. This is the same dude that gave Frank Martin hell, right? Right? Gertz, what's good with it, my guy? How you feeling? It's the same dude. He came to win that fight, didn't he? Okay, it took a knockdown for him to lose, right? This fight he was losing pretty much the whole way. He might have got a round in there, but that's about it for me. He lost convincingly, and then he spent a portion of the fight, you know, moving around. You know what I'm saying? And knowing he was down, he didn't even try to win. You know what I'm saying? What he say? Ask the question. Yeah, I pay. Yeah, I pay for it for sure. I don't worry about I don't really focus too much on interviews and stuff like I watch them, but that shit don't make or break me. I think for me, or that's not that don't determine how I look at these fighters, man. Look, I feel like at this point I know what he is, and I think he's shown that all you can do is continue to work on your game and try to perfect your craft. You know, you're never just gonna be some old knockout artist, and you ain't got to try to be that. But what you can do is continue to work on your offense, work on the areas where you ain't the strongest at, right? You know what I mean? Because again, he was just a runner his last fight. He was just a runner. Now that he sat there and fought in the pocket, they like, oh, but he didn't KO him. He don't hit hard. He didn't KO him. Like, I thought he was a runner. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just move the goalposts each time. And I'm more than sure. And I ain't talking about us in here, but I'm more than sure. Had he knocked him out, they'd have just said he knocked out a bum. I'm pretty sure. I'm almost 100% sure it is. Ryan, what's good with it, family? Yeah, I went. Yeah, we had some fun. Marquis, my guy, was good with it. Desmond in the building. How you feeling, fam? I would say that Davis referee should not ref again for a while. Hey, bro got socked in that fight. Low Clarity was good with it. Did Foster really get ripped off as bad as people saying? Yes, he did. Low Clarity. Absolutely, he absolutely did. Trade Skills in the building. My guy was good with it. John Wick was good with it. I'm gonna push the envelope a little more. That's all. And again, that's the biggest takeaway. John Wick for me, you know, just push it just a little bit more because I think he had his guy. I think he had him. Or was just Coach Kenny trolling. Say anybody? Yeah. Coach Kenny was trolling. Cosmic Lando in the building. How you feeling? Say it was a way to hit and not get hit without moving around. He showed it. Next time, just listen to Grandpa and pick it up when you smell blood. Hey, man, Cosmic Lando, that's fair. That's real. That's all. That's all, bro. Pick it up. You know what I mean? Pick it up. Thomas Hill, my guy in the building. You do what the ones who are haters want. Yeah, going like that against punches because we believe he can. And he talks like he can. Right. I get that. That's fair, man. That's all that stuff is fair. Everything y'all saying is fair. Y'all came to the right place. This is to have an honest conversation. And I want any and everybody in here that's listening to my voice, you tell me when I ain't being 100 about what I'm saying. Tell me when I ain't keeping it a buck with y'all in here and being solid. I'm just too consistent, man. I can't crucify him for not getting a stoppage, but I can't critique it. You dig what I'm saying? I can say I do think there was opportunities for it, and I think you kind of let him off the hook. You get what I'm saying? And not intentionally, right? He felt like he was moving around a lot. Like I said, I don't think he was prepared for him to move that much, right? I don't think he anticipated that. Just part of the game plan, right? I just don't think he anticipated, Artem moving. That's not me making no excuse. That's me telling you I don't think he prepared for that guy to do that. And as a result, he wasn't cutting the ring off, and he ended up feeling like dude was running from him. I don't like using the term running, as I said to y'all, because I feel like if you can cut the ring off, a guy can't run from you. You get what I'm saying? So that's what could have been a focal point. I don't think it's that he can't do it. I just don't think he was doing it in that fight. Frequent Flyer, my guy, was good with it. Yeah, man, I'm just doing a wrap up of these fights. We gonna build, and I'll be back later. You know what I'm saying? We got to double up. Have for any fighter stand on the business of what you say. It can be some criticism. Absolutely, Marquis. Absolutely. It's all fair, bro. Everybody in here, I don't think nobody in here came in here and said nothing that's not reasonable. Y'all not over, you get what I'm saying? Y'all not doing that. And I salute to everybody for having a real conversation this morning. You know what I'm saying? There's just some areas, some holes, some things that you can tighten up on and improve and sharpen up on for sure. And that you have to understand that, and that's how you get better. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, like I said, it wasn't a struggle fest. He didn't have a close fight. This fight, he had both hands. He showed you he used them. He could have used them more. That's the only thing people calling for, right? Just more output, because I think he's good enough to do that, right? I think he worked hard enough in the gym to be able to do it in the ring, right? I think he worked hard enough in the fight, putting himself in position where he could have let his hands go more. That's would have led to a potential stoppage. And I'm big on that because I really believe that that's what he could have done. Like I said, I seen the body work. I seen it. I seen this dude, dropping his elbow, dropping that every time he'd sink that left down there to the body. You know what I'm saying? I seen them body shots taking effect. And that's That's how you get stoppages when you're not a big puncher, when you're not a knockout artist. You get what I'm saying? You take the air out of his tire. You constantly go to the body. I don't care who you are. You get hit to the body enough, it's going to take your legs, it'll slow you down. You know, you drop them arms, and then you create those openings up top. You get what I'm saying? I do believe his body work was a focal point, but he even with his skill set and what he's capable of, I believe he could have done even more of it. And I think he could have created more opportunities up top that would have led to his stoppage, right? You know what I'm saying? Grandpa was in there seeing some things, and he was, you know, he seen right. I believe he was telling them the right things. Melanin Queen, peace to the queen. How you feeling, man? Yeah, I had to come because I didn't come on yesterday, so I wanted to come early and do the wrap up of these fights and come back later. A little clarity was good with it. Maps are hurt, so you can close the show. Yeah, a lot of times the audience can see it, but the fighter in the ring was not trying to get hit. They can't see it. Yeah, but you know what? And that could be true, right? No argument there. I just think with him, he supposed to pick up on it. You know what I'm saying? Pick up on it because you were putting in the work, bro. This man was clearly hurt. Why else did you think he was moving back? This is why I say it annoys me when people say like, "Ah, man, he pillow fisted." Artem Harutyuntan was moving back from about round 8 all the way to at least 11 for sure. You know what I mean? And even in there, he was more survival-ish mode. Like he wasn't like how he was coming at Frank Martin really trying to win. Like he was really going for it in that fight. And that I think that's what maybe Shakur thought he was gonna get from him too. And I think after 6-7, it was like, yeah, I'm losing this fight, so I'm gonna just survive. And I think that's what I seen. Tim Layton was good with it, fam. How you feeling, bro? Talk that jazz. How you know he was a little too focused on the stoppage. Yeah, that could be true too, Cosmic Lando. That could be true, bro. He did want the stoppage this particular fight for sure, because you know him himself, he never focuses on that, never speaks of that. I think he really just wanted it because of the last performance, and maybe that's also when you don't get it. You know that, you know what I'm saying? When you go looking for it. Whatchamacallit, what it do, family? Output, but yeah, he could have. I think he said he had a little something on his punches still. I think he did tell his grandpa that. I think he did. And by his fair contact with short talks and high expectations, and when he doesn't deliver, leaves a bad taste with criticism. Look, criticism, keyword, Dragon, Assassin, bro. Criticism is fair. Criticism is real, is justified, is fair. You know what I'm saying? I truly believe that. I just think like nobody in here is doing it. We not slandering the man. That's all I want is a balanced conversation where we being real about it. You know what I'm saying? There's like I said, with the chicken platter analogy, right? You know how you leave meat on that chicken bone? You done with it, but it's really still some meat left up there that you could eat. That's what the fight was. You get what I'm saying? You know, clink the whole platter. You cleared the platter. You know what I mean? You ate the food, but you know, it was still some little scraps. You know what I mean? You left scraps on the bone. You get what I'm saying? Left some meat up on the bone. You know what I mean? So that's what that was. You know what I mean? Yeah, I love the sweet signs, bro. I love the sweet signs, but I don't have no problem with nobody saying more punch output. And I think he knows that. That's fair. You know what I'm saying? I don't put all that he mediocre, and this was another mediocre performance. And I think that's overkill. You know what I'm saying? That's overkill. Dr. Boxing Talk in the building was good, family. Personally think that we need to curb our expectations of fighters to all look the same. We don't expect Steph to hit the lane like Giannis or Giannis to hit the 3 like Curry. True indeed. Couldn't be more right. Looking for more dominant performance similar to Valdez, but this performance was good in my opinion. Yeah, and I think more activity offensively, Dr. Boxing Talk would have got him. You know what I'm saying? We would have got that kind of, you know what I'm saying, performance out of him. That's all. Shakur is Claggett. Steve Claggett. Come on, Grandpa Corner asked him their opinion on the fight. Corner asked them their opinion on the fight. Oh, you think Shakur should remain at top rank? It's tough, man. It's tough, Thrill, because of how they kind of doing it. Like, and to put the cameras on the people leaving or getting up to leave, like, was intentional as they come. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was intentional as they get. And it's like they almost trying to put him in a crazy situation where he almost would want to stay. It's tough, man. Like, it's tough. I could just only imagine it's a tough decision to make, because you feel like you know what your worth is, but then you see them kind of try to devalue you on your way out with that last fight, from the opponent to the strategically putting the camera on people leaving, like, to the promotion of the fight. Like, they've been doing a lot, but it's tough, man. I just don't know. I feel like whatever he do, whether it's staying or going, I feel like as long as he stay true to what he's been saying, don't lock into anything too long, then you'll be fine. You know what I mean? Don't put yourself in any long-term situation that would potentially lead to you not getting the fights that you want. You know what I'm saying? How you foresee a fight was it paid? I think that's interesting, thrill. I think that's something he should be entertaining, because again, we all know what's not next, right? People still saying he need more fights to get this X, Y, and Z. So while we waiting for the fight that we all feel like is the one to make, I'm cool with that. I think Zepeda, after the way he dispatched Giovanni Cabrera in 3 rounds like that, man, shit, I think it now would be a great time to try to make a fight with them. But the thing is, they turned the fight down already. So do they want to revisit that opportunity? You get what I'm saying? Thursday night slot they gave him in the Vegas fight. Salute to my guy, brother, man. Let's talk fashion. Remo is in the building. Oxford style just is entertaining to the casual fan. $3 million per fight might be a great contract offer looking from the outside. Tia ain't getting that still. That's true. It's true. He definitely get paid. And it's crazy, because from what I understand, him even thinking about leaving or testing the waters is not about him trying to get more money, right? I think it's just him trying to get the fights. So I just can't say I know off the top of my head what situation works the best. People say PBC, but how active is he going to be over there with this situation? Like, just don't know. John's contract got leaked, so everyone knows where. Nah, I don't think it got leaked. I think it been a kind of, people been knowing that dude get paid. You get a few M's a fight. People know that, but again, I don't know if anybody will be able to match what Top Rank is doing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Done with Top Rank after all this. Yeah, it looked crazy. The situation just looked crazy. Yeah, they intentionally trying to trash him and tear him down. It's just tough to see that's the way you do a fighter that's done nothing but win. You know what I'm saying? And you could complain about performance to performance if you so choose, but all he did was win. You know what I'm saying? One of your best fighters on your roster. For y'all to try to do him like that on the way out is like, right on par with what these people do, man. They're going to have to bet on themselves. There's a chance that what Bob said is true and nobody pays Shakur with Top Rank is paying him. He still has to leave. Yeah, it's definitely possible. You know what I'm saying? Well, you didn't have too much longer at 35. I think he good right now. You know what I mean? He came in at 134.1 on the scale. I think he looked comfortable. He looked healthy. I think he could be there for a little while, for a couple years. You know what I'm saying? Big Dre, my guy, was good with it. Yes, sir. We'll be back. I just had to wanted to come and build on these fights, man. I didn't get to chop it up with y'all. My voice still a little suspect from that night, but I think that was more so because of the Shockey fight. The Shockey fight got me out of character a little bit. I was pissed off about that. Jumped to 140, put himself in a dangerous fight. I mean, look, the beautiful thing is he has options, man. The beautiful thing is he has options, right? All I'm saying is if he easy beat him, you know what I'm saying? If all he is defense and that's it, just beat him. Like, somebody should be willing to get in there and beat him. You know what I mean? Me personally, I still think him and Frank Martin is a good fight. I really do. I still think that. Williams Zepeda, another one. That's a good fight. That's Mr. 100 punches around, right? He just knocked out Giovanni Cabrera in 3 rounds. Very impressive work. right? Very impressive. Let's see the fights. I ain't hung up on any one performance. Do I think he looked bad? No. Yeah, listen to your grandfather, be on the same page, but I think he was just trying to tell him what he was saying versus what he was saying. That's all. That's it. That's all. Like I said, there's a dynamic there with their relationship. So I think they're good. You know what I mean? You typically don't see that much chatter, but in this particular fight, I think because of the stakes, it being his last fight, him wanting to prove something, and his granddad was, seeing what he's seen. That's what happened in the corner. You don't want to really see that going forward because from the outside looking in, look like y'all ain't on the same page, right? I know a little bit more than what the average person that's talking about the situation do, but I ain't gonna speak too much on it. Just always be on the same page. A well-oiled machine is the best way to stay successful in this sport to me. I mean, always, being on the same page. But shit happens, man, and most importantly, as long as they're good, they'll be all right. Next fight up, The goal now is to figure out what's next and then who's next. Where your next home gonna be? Are you reeing up some type of way, or are you gonna go test the waters? What's gonna happen? He went out there, he fought his fight, he pressed. He had a guy on a retreat. He did have him hurt a couple times, kind of let him off the hook a little bit. I don't think it was intentional. I think he overthought the moment, and he was throwing too many, single shots and not enough combinations, right? You needed a little more combinations behind that work, because the work you did do was beautiful. It was very sharp, accurate, precise. It was meaningful. You know what I'm saying? It was effective. You were getting his respect. You was making this dude back up. He fought the entire fight for the most part, coming forward and really trying to give the people a better showing than you did the last time. Remember, I said before, the goal is always to continue to build off that last performance and get better. Outdo yourself. Right now, when it pertains to Shakur, it's a you versus you battle. Don't worry about shit else. You continue to go out there and do better than you did the last time out, man. Something realistic. You know what I mean? We'll continue to work on the things that you see you not the sharpest at, or you're not the best at. And that's all you can continue to do. The defense was spot on. I appreciated that. Very sharp. Very on point. Like I say, he did come in there. He was damn near swimming without getting wet. Fought in the pocket for the most of the fight, like I said he would, trying to come forward, make the fight. You get what I'm saying? Next time, just be more prepared to cut that ring off, because you never know when a guy might come in there and switch it up, right? And be willing to move. I said this before the fight. Artem has Olympic pedigree as well, and he's very good at surviving. How do I know this? Because I seen him in his fight with Frank Martin. When it got tough for him in there, he took a knee, and that was like a business decision, and it ended up, helping him make it up out of the fight. So Shakur didn't get a knockdown in this fight, but he was targeting that body. He was putting some water in that basement, and we seen it hurting him. He definitely took some jogs around the block for several rounds in a row, just trying to get away. So with Frank, when he fought Frank, I felt like he was more come forward guy. He seemed like he was more busy. He wanted it more. He believed he could win. He went about it a different way with this fight, even with him being down multiple rounds, and he had to know he was losing. His corner had to know that. He had no sense of urgency that nobody is bringing up. No sense of urgency. No come forward attitude whatsoever. He was just like, nah, I'm cool with surviving. As long as I don't get knocked out, I'm cool. So that he took the moral victory route, and that's what that was. 150 plus in the ring. Could have been. What's good with it, Rob? How you feeling, bro? All good this morning. All good. Yeah, good fights this weekend. Yeah, Mason is the goods for sure. I might got more KOs than Keysahwn got fights. He had a lot. Can't fight. Yeah. He fight a lot. Mason is 14-0. 14-0, I think now, with 12 knockouts. Keysahn is now 11-0 with 7 knockouts. So you're right. You're right. He got more fights and more knockouts than Key got fights. Did walk him down. Yeah, he walked him down the whole fight. Just, I guess, with that, that's not typically how he has to fight, where he ends up having to walk a guy down. So I think that's him stepping just a bit out of his comfort zone, because walking him down and fighting in the pocket is, they go hand in hand, but then again, it's still different, right? You sitting there in the pocket and fighting a guy that's wanting to go back and forth is different than you having to really go get that guy So what I'm saying is he typically doesn't have to go get a guy, right? You know, dude to be right there willing to try to fight him back in the pocket, right? Keysahwn did it. He didn't have to track him down because he was willing to fight. Artem knew to survive, and I think that's what I seen from him too. I seen survival mode. Like I said, from like round 8 on. You know what I mean? And he started, like Teddy said, he did pick it up, start trying to throw more punches in 11 and 12, but he still spent a nice portion of this fight on the back foot, despite him losing multiple rounds in a row. He had no sense of urgency either and was unwilling to change up anything. He just fought the fight the same way. As long as he didn't get knocked out, he was cool. You see his interview with Kriegel, Shakur. I missed some interviews for sure. I know I did. Down in Destruction was good with it, fam. Man, much love. Appreciate that, fam. Welcome to the family. Man, appreciate you, Donald, man. Much love to you, man. C. Wood was good with it. Solid Fire just not appealing to eye entertainment. Those who want to pay, want to feel some thrills with the dollar spent. Yeah, I just look at it like this, man. There's always more. There's always more you could do. But I think the goal is to continue to fight your fight and try to get better doing it, right? Got some areas where he can obviously tighten up and get better. But I seen a dominant performance, you know what I mean? But I seen some opportunities that may have passed by, like I said. But ultimately, that, these guys are who they are. Lately, it seems like we've been condemning, the sweet science or the fights going in decisions, right? For whatever reason, right? But it's like almost like people are asking everybody to be a certain fighter. I just don't think he can be that. I understand how he talks, but a lot of what he talks is more so confidence. And I think that's just how you got to be when you take punches for a living. I said this all the time. Like, I'd rather a fighter be deemed overconfident than not confident enough. You know what I mean? It's a balance there, though. It's a balance there. But again, this dude typically don't have close fights, and Saturday was another example of that. And there's always more you can do. There's always areas where you can improve, and that's just where we at with him. But I can't sit here and say I was bored out my mind. I didn't enjoy it. I did. You know what I mean? I seen what y'all seen. I seen some areas of opportunities to let more go for sure. 100%. I seen it. But again, it's just a work in progress, man. Really being that more offensive guy, especially if you to the stage of your life where people truly watching everything and they feeling like it's a lack of entertainment. So if that's what you aiming to do, you want to entertain the people, you continue to work on that offense and you continue to put your punches together. Your defense is all, it was as sharp as it always is, right? And you fought him right there in the pocket. He still couldn't get a hit on you. So that's taken care of. But now I think that's the element of your game where you look to continue to, develop even more. You know what I mean? Just continue to put them punches together, man. I guarantee you about $3 million per bout. Yeah. I think because of the long-term situation through, I don't think it was appealing to him. It wasn't the money. I never heard him say the money wasn't enough. You know what I mean? I just think it was the long-term situation he didn't fancy that. You know what I mean? Everything about John was good with it, fam. Mason, yeah, yeah, I know they go crazy when they see a young star. The thing is with Mason is his trajectory right now that he's on with 14 fights and 12 knockouts. He's very, very athletic, very sharp, disciplined. His conditioning is A1. I noticed that already. Like, dude, don't even be breathing hard. Like, it's a lot to like about Mason. He's on the come up for sure. Like, the way he going. He's gonna be one of the better young fighters that we got in the sport. That dude is the goods. I don't think he hype. I just think people they seeing it and they see it early. And unless he fall off a cliff, and I mean from an athletic or talent standpoint, like it's only up for him, man, because he's showing a lot of promise very early. He mean in there. He nasty. He got some long arms. He got a frame that lets you know he could be in multiple weight classes, right? And his temperament. You know what I mean? Good reflexes, speed, combination punching. Like, he putting them punches together very well, man. He had an amazing showing. He came out the purple rain like a young OG. Came out the purple rain and made it rain purple in the ring because he beat Louis LeBron ass. So he was very, very entertaining and fun to watch. That was my first time being able to see him fight live. I enjoyed it. That was fun. It was fun to watch him do his thing. You need to switch it up. You just need to do more punches. Yeah, that's all. Right. That's all. That's all, Desmond. More offense. Kate calls he would have do fan. I think Haney made himself more entertaining over the years. I think one of the deciding factors, one of the things that caused Haney last fight to go the way it did was trying to appease the fans and be something that you wasn't. I think you got to pick your spots when you do that, when you step out your comfort zone in that regard. I think in this fight, Saturday, he had a guy that just didn't have much for him, and that's why people were asking for more. You get what I'm saying? He just didn't look to have the level of skill to really give you the kind of fight that would trouble you. So that's why, people was like, man, yeah, you was supposed to get him out. You know what I mean? I think that's just part of the game, though. Fighters talking. I think we've seen it from throughout the years. You know what I mean? It's just confidence. That's what I hear. You know what I mean? People suggesting fighters to sign with PBC. Was the PBC schedule? It's already July. Yeah, I don't know. I just think they feel like that's a quick fix. You know what I mean? He didn't say their length. Mike Mazak, my bro, what's good with the family? Thought-provoking question that I want to hear your opinion on. Then T say he was gonna KO T.O. say he was gonna Cambosis and he lost, right? Yeah, then T.O. say he would stop her T's, barely won, right? Yep, true indeed. True indeed. Right, he did. Yeah, man. I think with Shakur is just that criticism, like he said it in a clip, man. They whisper his success, but they real loud about his failures or shortcomings. So that's why I always try to come up here and give a balanced assessment and perspective, right? I don't never come up here just fanned out, like, you know what I'm saying? But I get that stuff make a lot of sense, man. I get it. He said he was gonna knock this dude out, but he fell short. It missed. He missed. But I don't go crazy because he said that and he didn't do it. You know what I mean? Fighters been doing that shit way before Shakur even knew what boxing was, right? I ain't saying that's cool, but he's not typically a guy that do that. Maybe he's seen something. Maybe he just felt like he can get him out of there. And after watching the fight, shit, is he wrong? He could have. But that's the part where people critique him. He left some meat on that bone. I'm telling you, I'm going to keep going back to the chicken platter analogy, bro. It's like seeing meat left on the bone after somebody said they done with the chicken wing. You know what I'm saying? You ask them, you done? You like, yeah, I'm done. There was a little meat left on that bone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was a little meat left on the bone. Absolutely. Dr. Boxing Talk. You know how it is. But I appreciate the conversation this morning, man. It's been a good one thus far, man. Salute the big dog Willie, my guy, always supporting the grind. Said Bill Haney said he bought 50 tickets half out. Shakur Stevenson sell out the fight. And Norville Haney said this morning on Twitter. Did he? That's crazy. That's like 50 Cent level trolling, big dog, and boxing. If he bought 1,500, and Bill Haney's something else, man. But all things real though, I was there and it was packed in there. It was a lot of people in there. They showed out. I mean, it was like a real big standing ovation when he came out. You know what I mean? They show love. They show out for him despite how they're trying to spin the narrative this morning. I ain't trying to hear it. Because that was my third fight there. And then each one of them joints all look like a packed house and they showing love each time.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Salute to my bro, Big Dog Willie, man. Yeah, man. Bill Haney's a funny guy, man. Motown 909s. All fighters should support each other. Yeah, they go in. I think he's mean when I think about young Abdullah. Yeah, he is Al Booger. He is. He's mean. And again, it's temperament, it's style. You know, the dude, he obviously a boxer puncher, you know what I mean? So, and he got that aggression, got that mean streak, you know what I mean? But my guy, Shakur, he more defensively sound. I mean, defense first guy. So when you see him on the front foot for the whole fight, that's him, in my opinion, from what I've seen, that's him stepping a bit out of his comfort zone to try to create some offense and give a more entertaining, fan-friendly fight. You know what I mean? But even with doing so, outside of the knockout, people critiquing that it was no knockout, they still not, you know, and there's some of us are, they're still not highlighting that he didn't run like he said. He didn't he didn't move around the ring for 12 rounds like he said he wouldn't, right? He did come straight to this dude, right? He did say the Artem don't run. I'm not big on the running word, but it was Artem in there trying to survive when it was all said and done. You know what I mean? And again, if he didn't have no punching power at all, Artem wouldn't have been on the back foot as much. That's what I think. You get what I'm saying? He was on the front foot more with Frank Martin, and Frank Martin is supposed to be more of a puncher than Shakur, right? So that's just something to think about. You know what I'm saying? Judah Vision, my guy, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? Till stay talking shit though. Yeah, he was. They was booing him though. They shit there, yo, A Night Rider. It's tricky. I ain't about to try to justify boos. They booed Oshaquie, Foster, and Keysahwn for 10 rounds straight. They booed for 10 rounds straight. I don't even put too much into that. Right? When they was doing that with them, I'm just like, that's crazy. Like, I know the fight wasn't the craziest, but to try to like boo a guy is wild. Like, you know, that's in there winning. Especially, like, think about it, Night Rider. Who you booing the guy that's coming forward trying to make the fight? Yeah, let's boo him. The last fight, he ran too much. This fight, he coming forward too much. Yeah, let's boo him. He ain't trying to fight. He ain't trying to make the fight more pleasing to the eye. He ain't trying to fight right in the pocket. You get what I'm saying? He wasn't trying to make it a fight. You know what I mean? Shockey was in there swimming without getting wet. They did my boy filthy, man. That one hurt me. That's the reason why my voice rusty today, because I was in there cursing, yelling. I was like, nah, hell nah. Get them dudes out of here, bro. Get his team out of here, because y'all celebrating a loss. Y'all clearly lost. Y'all landed like, what, 11 to 14% of their punches or something like that. A career low for Keysahwn, I think it was. They said. One point people conveniently select. Yeah, all facts, Dr. Boxing Talk. It is. And look, the block is hot when it comes to core. People just don't fancy him. He showed the skills usually, but I don't want to see him punching a bunch more. Just causing fighters to miss. To me, is a forked tongue machine. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and like I said, see, Wood, that's I think that's reasonable. That's fair. That's realistic. It's logical. More offense, because I think he knows he could have did a bit more. He knows it. He knows it. My guy, Connor Loco Sports. What's good with it, Connor? It's actually, man, we on it. I got to be long-winded today. Zach B, my guy, was good with it. I was actually impressed by the crowd. Bluebirds came out, but it lasted only a little while. Yeah. Right. That's what I'm saying, Al Booger. Sometimes people think like your hometown has to be 100% you. Nah, we got plenty of Tank fans on deck in there. Trust me, Tank got fans everywhere, and I was hearing it. So I truly don't think that his people were booing him. I don't. You know what I mean? It is tough, man, because like I said, they booed Shockey and Keysahwn fight for like 10 rounds straight, bro. I was like, damn, yo, that's not that bad, bro. Walk him down, go get some power. Yeah, I don't think the power is as much as a problem as putting the punches together, Motown. You know what I'm saying? Again, we have to be mindful. Like, you seen a guy in retreat mode and survival mode. Did y'all not? Am I the only one that's seen that? I seen a guy in survival mode. Even Mark Kriegel said that at the end of the interview. At the end, he said dude was running for his life or fight, surviving something. Mark Kriegel said, he even said it. Like, I seen a guy in survival mode, but I don't think it's him having to work on power, because I even seen him say something like that. I don't think it's that as much as is putting the punches together. Get what I'm saying? Because you've seen it in the past. You can have a lot of power, a ton of power, but when you're not able to put the punches together properly, it could be deemed ineffective, right? You know what I'm saying? Or nullified. Terrell Cameron, what's good with it, my guy? How you feeling? Picasso, what's good with him? I like that. That's what I was saying too, Picasso. I said that. Donnell Poole was good with it. Keyshawn Davis match was a shorter fight last Saturday night. Shocker got robbed. Yeah, brother had a lot of headshots to his opponent. Yeah, landed a lot of headshots. Salute to Donnell Poole. Appreciate you stopping through. Look, yeah, let's talk about it. Keyshawn as well, man. Keyshawn, he had a KO artist that almost had 3 times as many fights. KOs as he had fights, right? He went out there against Miguel Medueno and did exactly how I anticipated him doing. I didn't think the fight would be that physical, but it was very physical. He said it after the fight. That was the most physical fight of his career. It was, and he handled it very well in my opinion. I seen somebody say he fought in spurts. His gas tank is trash. He gassed out or something like that. I didn't see that. I seen him dominating Miguel Medueno for this fight. I seen him handling this fight very well. Seen him dealing with this dude. You know what I'm saying? He didn't struggle. He was hitting him clean. Like maybe you could critique the power, but again, I'm just not big on that because you are who you are. I understand that power is just something that you are blessed with. Sometimes people just don't. Everybody's is not the biggest of punchers, but I'm not stuck on seeing a knock. If I don't see a knockout, I'm looking how you performing from round to round. I'm looking how you going through your progressions, going through, the gears through the fight. I seen a guy really handling this dude and fighting him in close quarters, and really he made it a fight. Dude was in there mixing it up. Keysahwn was beating this dude up. He really beat this dude up. I don't have a lot of negative takeaways. I'm sorry. He wasn't getting hit too much and none of that. He wasn't sloppy in there. He was sharp defensively. He was picking his shots well. He was going to his body, head shots. I like the offensive output. I like what I seen from him. 2-3 rounds. Yeah. I seen him in survival mode after about, like I said, about 8 or so. That's when I seen, or at least for me, for my seat, I felt like he wasn't trying to win no more. I'm not big on saying the dude running, right? And there's nothing wrong with moving, right? It's nothing wrong with moving, but it is when you clearly know you down on the cards and you're not trying to win. You can't win moving around like that. So he had no urgency to change the tide of the fight. He was just cool with, like I said, not getting stopped. Not getting stopped. You know what I mean? Not getting stopped. Through championship rounds. Yeah, but like I said, man, of course you're going to throw punches. Just because you throwing punches don't mean you're not in survival mode. To me, survival mode is him not trying to win. He was no longer trying to win to me. And again, he was predominantly on the back foot. Now, unless I seen the wrong fight Saturday in my seat, I mean, that's what I seen after about, at more than halfway after the fight. That's what I seen. A dude that just like he was cool with moving around and surviving. Of course, he was going to throw some punches, right? He ain't completely not throw nothing, but the intent to win. I never had this impression that, he's actually trying to win this round at all. I didn't get that feeling. Well, his main objective is to get the win. Not going to risk get rocked for entertainment. ASAP, Low Dog. What's good with it, fam? Yeah, he said it before. I ain't going to trade IQ for heart. And again, we seen how that worked out for a fighter recently with the Devin Haney fight. Let the fans dictate how you fight, and it costs you. You know what I mean? You got to fight your fight and try to be entertaining as you do it. This one, I think he did it in spots. I don't think I was overly bored with the fight. Yeah, you could see more offense. You wanted to see a little more offense put together, but that I'm not going to stay stuck on that. He dominated. On to the next. You know what I'm saying? On to the next. Barely lost rounds. Probably won. You know what I mean? I don't get to do more than one. I'm sorry I didn't see it. You know what I mean? But that's about it. Different than 35 than get 130. Size and strength seem to be bothering a little bit, but good fight. Possibly. I mean, it could be different. You know what I mean? More of an adjustment. Possibly, but I think he was good. I just think, I think he was overthinking the moment. You know what I mean? Single shots wasn't going to get it done. You know what I mean? He needed more combinations. That's all. And the Mayweather era, so they kind of all have a defensive mindset. First shot, little wrinkles, differences between each. Yeah, for sure. I'm a fan of all the box fighters. Shakur beating Tank. I feel you. Salute the Motown. Yeah, they gonna come for you. You gotta be careful saying that, boy. That's like taboo. Keysahwn did his thing. Yeah, he did his thing, man. He did his thing. Keysahwn fought in spurts. I was my only critic. Yeah, critique. Yeah, I think he did well. Yeah, overall, I heard somebody else say he fought in spurts too. I thought he did well handling the Medueno guy because he was piecing off on him. Maybe that's what led to him looking like he fought in spurts too, because he's letting his hands go, and he never fought that. I think some of that too kind of was due to the physical nature of the fight, because he did say after the fight that was the most physical fight he had, and they was doing a lot of tangling up and wrestling. So I think that did lead to him fighting in spurts. I think that it kind of helped deplete the gas tank a bit. All right, so that makes sense. Make a lot of sense. Only took 2 rounds off. Corey took the first 2 off. If you say so, I'm not gonna argue it. You know, we all see different stuff. I don't feel like he took the rounds off per se in the first 2. I just felt like they were fill out rounds for the most part. Not a lot of work, and I think from 3 on, I think it was just one way for sure. I think the 1 or 2 maybe they split 1 and 2. I think after that it was just one way. You know what I mean? Yeah, he handled that pressure pretty well. He was doing a lot of he had to be defensive in a lot of spots, man. That was the first time, man, that I seen him with that much pressure on him for sure. Keysahwn had a nice fair amount of pressure on him. Mike Biggs boxing, my bro, was good with the Ashley's corner, was good, cuz yeah, man, I had to come early because I missed yesterday, and I wanted to build on this fight card. Reef was good with the family. Keyshawn got weak in knees, probably was messing with some thoughts before the fight. all that wrestling Picasso that he ain't used to. That was. That's what did it. All that damn wrestling. We ain't used to that. Tussling with that guy. And y'all lifting each other up. Y'all doing all types of stuff. Tired of tiring yourself out, bro. Watching them go there and box and seeing what they pull out. Yeah, and do different for sure, man. For sure. All things, my guy in the building. Southpaw Killer. Salute Just Course. Should have set up his jab more and throw combos. I couldn't agree more, bro. Salute the Southpaw Killer. That's fair. That's fair too. A little more establishing of the jab for sure. That's why I think he had KO on his mind. That's the first time I seen him kind of. I think what the mentality kind of led to leaving the meat on the bone, right? I think that's what led to the meat being left on the bone. I think he really wanted a knockout when he could have just did what he typically do, set up your shots behind your jab, continue to go to the body how he was doing. And like you said, just put them combinations together, man. Put more of those together because that's how he's going to generate his stoppages moving forward. He's not a big puncher per se, right? But you heard it from sparring partners. I'm not even focusing on no more fans. I'm not listening to no more fans talk about pillow fisted. Like I'm not hearing none of that weird shit. I'm listening to the people that actually share the ring. I'm not saying no big puncher, right? I just played a clip where guys said he got respectable power. That's not some power you just want to run in on, right? So that's where I've always been with it. I've always stated that. That's what I feel. His power is respectable. So I think good enough to get accumulation stoppages, not one punch KOs and none of that. I mean, I think anybody could be stopped to the body with the right kind of shot. So I think him highlighting, our focus, making that a focal point early, the body attack, I think it made a lot of sense. And I think if it would have been like even combinations to the body on both sides, that's what he needed. A little more of that, right? You getting a guy on both sides and really you really siphon the gas up out of that tank. You get what I'm saying? And I think it would have created more openness to the head, you know what I mean? And it would allow them to put itself in a position to get a stoppage. That's as honest as I could call it. Like I can't go overboard. I can, but I'm not one of those people. I don't do that. So I'm gonna be fair with any assessment. Some meat left on the bone, like I said, and do better next time. Just keep improving. Just keep working. I mean, am I about to overstress it? And you beat this dude handily. You show levels between. This is what people don't want to talk about. Yeah, you show the levels between you and him. That's why people wanted you to do more, and that's fair. But you also show levels between you and Frank Martin. You didn't go out there and have no struggle fest with this dude either. You know what I'm saying? At all. And you was in control of the fight the entire time, and you didn't need a knockdown to save the fight. So again, I'm not gonna be more critical of a guy that dominated a dude that we just seen him give hell. So hell no. Know what I mean? On to the next. You did what you did. Now let's see what you do with the next guy. I'm not focused on nothing more than that. I just want to see what's next. After you did what you did with there, is that going to be your last fight for real with Top Rank? Where you going to go and who's going to be next? You know what I mean? That's it. On to the next. You got this fight out the way. And they gave you who they gave you. It was Artem. He stepped in there. Just another way to you know what I mean? Keep it going, man. Get him up out of there. Maul Brooks, what's good, my guy? How you feeling, bro? Yeah, right, yo. I'm telling you, right? Working her ass off, Mike. You know what I mean? Heard the clip of Shakur post-fight claim about his hands hurting. Is that eye raising moving forward, in your opinion? It could be. It could be potentially, Remo. One thing I could say, I noticed when Floyd when Floyd was speaking about those issues with his hands, I know one of the things that he did to kind of counteract or combat the hand issues was the way he was getting his hands wrapped. So I don't know at all, like, you know, I'm not fond or familiar with who wraps or how Core gets his hand wrapped, but that's just something maybe he can consider thinking of, right? And that's just from TVE, right? Seeing that he had those brittle hands, had issues with the hands. I know when he said he started getting his hands wrapped a certain way, he stopped hurting his hand as much. So maybe that's something he could look into. Darren, what's good with it, fam? How you feeling? Hear the name. Hear the same thing. Shakur hands was hurt. Yeah, I didn't catch it. Some of the stuff y'all put me on, so I didn't catch that. Yeah, he was joking. It was joking. Seawood. Salute to my guy, Big Dre. Had that itching pain after the fight. Sure hurt. yeah, maybe that's what it was. Maybe. So maybe that's something he can look to you know, he can look into. I mean, maybe the way you get the hands wrapped. B-Dog was good with it, using grand gloves too. Facts. That's also a fact. That's true. That's true. True indeed. D1, my guy, was good with it, man. Yeah, I had to pop on her and do the wrap up of this Saturday, man. We gonna be back later too. We're gonna come back later, man. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, I can't do it. That's why I tuned a lot out, man. I can't do it. I don't want to hear nobody opinion no more. Like, I'm getting to that. I start to see why people move a certain way. I'm here to give my unbiased, straight down the middle critique. So like I said, y'all, just to wrap up on this main part, I wanted to start at the top of the card because it seemed like the thing that everybody was saying. Look, Core, just keep on working, keep on improving, keep developing. Always try to make sure you and your grandpa on the same page for y'all's sake, not for nobody else. Ignore the outside noise as you've been. Well, you need to ignore the outside noise. Make sure y'all on the same page. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But just keep getting better, keep improving, bro. You left some meat on the bone Saturday night. That's not the worst thing, right? Didn't get hit a whole lot. He was right there in the pocket making a fight. I think you just need to put more combinations together, maybe establish the jab a little bit more, maybe more feints, little things, changing levels, small stuff that I think could be worked on and improved on. You just gotta want that for yourself. So I think he already talked about wanting to cut the ring off more, which I already think he knows how to do. Just don't think he was prepared to do it on the night because he anticipated Artem probably coming forward to try to win. You know what I mean? And this dude changed the game up a little bit and gave you a moving target, which is good because you got an opportunity to try to hit a guy that didn't want to behave and didn't want to sit still. And that's what you want because you want to get challenged because everybody ain't going to sit there right in front of you, right? So you got a chance to deal with a guy that wanted to box and move, you know what I'm saying? And at some points in the fight, just simply put, he was surviving. You know what I mean? Early half of the fight, felt like he fought a certain way, trying to win. Boxing and moving, he was ineffective. I felt like after that, I think he felt like his fate was sealed, and I think he stopped trying to win. Yeah, that don't mean he ain't throw no punches at all. I mean, who the hell he would have got stopped, obviously, if that was the case. But yeah, he threw punches. But I think there was those kind of, I'm just getting through the round. Manage is those round management type punches, type of punch output. It was not with the conviction that I'm really trying to beat this dude. I didn't get that feeling sitting in my seat. I didn't feel like midway after the fight, he was trying to win. I think he was just trying not to be knocked out or embarrassed too much. And that's why he fought the way he did. No sense of urgency on his side. Even though he was down, he should have had more of a sense of urgency because he was losing. With Shakur, because you work so hard and you set the standard and the bar so high, you was expected to put more offense together once you closed the gap and made it to your destination. Once you got to your designated area in the ring, you got your guy in front of you, supposed to really break him up. And you was doing a lot of making a miss. At times you made him pay. You did your best to do that. But there's just some spots. That's what I say. Just some spots where things could be touched and tightened up. And that's just to be real. That's as complete as an assessment I could give. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to put too much into the corner talk because, like I said, I got a slightly different understanding than people with that situation. So, what I mean? I don't think that's going to be an issue moving forward. You know what I mean? I think this is the only time we've seen it. And I think it was because just put it this way: the pressure is on you in your last fight. You know what it is. You feel like they out to make the value on the way out. I think this is the first time I ever heard you even speaking about or predicting a knockout, right? I don't think he ever does that. So, I mean, I think he just wanted to really impress from his last outing to this one. I think he wanted to look a certain way as well, with this being somewhat of an audition. He might have overthought the moment a little bit. And I think, just simply not letting the hands go enough, right? Just putting them combinations together, allow Artem to escape up out of there without getting a knockout. You know what I'm saying? So salute to Artem. Solid fight. Was I bored? I wasn't bored. That I want to see a little more offense in the fight. Yeah, because I feel like he's more than capable of it. I don't think asking him to throw up the punch output was something crazy. I don't think that's something he's not capable of, man. So you get what I'm saying? And we only here to be real. So that's not something that you're not capable of doing. Cutting the ring off is not something you're not capable of doing. So the little critiques that people are having, I think, are fair. All that other stuff, I ain't focusing on that. I'm just focusing on real boxing conversation. So yeah, it's some little areas. Sharpen up, man. Keep getting better. You want to continue to develop your offense and combinations, because with him having respectable power and not being a power puncher, that's how he'll get stoppages, or that's how he'll somewhat eliminate some of that boring label. People want to see you let your hands go when you're in position to do so. And I think that's fair. There's nothing wrong with that. Again, nobody's asking him to do something he's not capable of doing. So again, that's my my assessment of that fight, man. And on to the next, man. Let's see where he goes and who gets in the ring with him next. You know what I mean? I'm only worried about fight to fight. We seen what he did in that fight. Let's see what he did in the next one. He had two healthy hands. It looked like it. He was in control pretty much the entire time. After the couple fill-out rounds, it was just a one-way show for the most part. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Good night of boxing overall. Salute to my guy Shakur, man. Keep doing your thing. But let's keep on rolling, man. The co-main event. salute to my guy C Wood. He's saying I'm gonna beat the but in his mind, I guess that's what he doing, right? So I ain't mad at the domination. You know what I mean? Was the lights? For Shakur, no, not at all. Just talk like a boxer. You're gonna box somebody's socks off, because that's really what we gonna do. That's all I want Shakur is start talking like a killer. I don't think we could tell a guy how to talk, though. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we could do that. Like, it's up to you to take it how you want to take it, right? If you want to take his talk as if he's saying he a killer and he going out there to kill, when we clearly seen him being a pure boxer, that's shame on us. But I just think that I hear more confidence than being a killer. In his mind, he just feel like he's better than these guys, right? I'm not overly critical of the talk, because the fights don't even be close. I don't feel like you got to get knockouts to talk how you talk, right? I don't think he ever sold us that he a knockout artist. He just say, I'll beat the F out of him, how somebody say. In his mind, that's what he doing. He going to outbox him. But you get what I'm saying? Like, let him, I don't mind him being confident in his own right, right? But I also do understand D1 with the way he speaks. Some people they gonna hone in on it more, and they're gonna be like, man, that's not what you fight like. So I understand it. For me, I'm not that's fighter talk, man. Talk whatever it is, whatever kind of confidence you need to speak on, like you know what I mean, to hype yourself up if that's what you need, or to let the people know, reassure, whatever it is you're doing, that's cool. But I still feel like I know what you are. You a boxer, you display the sweet signs at the highest level. Very technically sound, fundamentally technically sound. That's what I expect, right? Is he a killer? I don't look at her as a killer. That's not his style. That's just not his style. You know what I'm saying? But I think he goes about his business the right way, man. But he gonna just talk confidently, man. And that's just what that is, right? I don't think he, selling us a knockout artist. I'm this knockout artist, but he like, yo, I beat the F up. This is what fighters say. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? It's nothing different than what I typically hear from fighters. But I think with him, like, they feel like, yo, he's selling us KOs and not delivering KOs, right? He's selling us this monster and he's not a monster. I get that, but I don't look at it in that regard. I just think he's telling you he a bad month, like he always say, right? Emmanuel, what's good with it, family? How you feeling? 23, my guy, was good with it. Defense, the offense got to be better. He's not much of a risk taker. He had that guy hurt a few times. I think he had some of the smoothest transitions from defense to offense or vice versa. I just think he left some meat on the bone when he did it. When he put himself in good position, he was too economical with the punch output. You get what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. Cash Sports Mob guy, how you feeling, bro? Yeah, man, had a great time, Cuzzo, man. Always good to see you in the fan. Definitely. Not losing rounds. He just needs to tighten up on some things. Just be dudes. Don't worry about KOs. But I think this was the only fight, Maul. I think this was the only fight, like I said, that I've ever heard him put any type of focal point on a KO. And maybe, like I think it was just the situation and him really wanting to impress from the last fight. You know what I mean? He did at least try to position himself, but I just think at times, like I keep saying, more offense was needed to generate that KO. I don't think a KO was out of his reach, right? I think a KO was really within reach. I think he was some combinations away from a KO, man, but you let Artem off the hook. You know what I'm saying? You let Artem off the hook. Because I think anytime that he's going outside of his comfort zone, like when he's on that front foot heavy like that, because that's not typically who he is. He a guy that can box, make you miss and pay or move around the ring. You get what I'm saying? In this fight, he had to be the hunter. That's not typically his style. That's not me making no excuse. That's me telling you what it is. His style is not to hunt. Yeah, fighting in the pocket is one thing, but to actually have to hunt a guy down, a guy that's consistently moving from you and you not being a guy, you know what I mean? He had an opportunity to see how that feel, because I don't think nobody else that he fought utilized the ring or the movement the way Artem did, right? So I think that was a new little wrinkle for him. I don't think he anticipated that. I really don't. I don't. And then he kept coming forward with the high guard, walking him down, but he wasn't cutting the ring off. And some of the times when he was getting in position, he would just throw single shots and instead of the combination. That's all. More combinations. Put them joints together, man. Because you know the offense is pretty, man. You letting the hands go. The offense is sharp. That's why you will hear your grandfather. Pardon me, yeah. You hear your grandfather say stuff like, "Man, believe in yourself," because he letting you know the more you trust in your offense, the more you're able to go out there and do. You know what I'm saying? Bret Hart and Tank is Shawn Michaels successful in different forms of performance. I like that. That's funny. I like that, Remo. I like that. That's funny. I like that one. I ain't gonna lie. I like that. Shakur has pop. Yeah, I don't care what anybody say, because if he didn't, he'll walk him. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, right. All facts, D1. And I think that's true. It just put more together, bro. That's all I can say. Be like, I know, yeah. But I can't. To me, I just hear confidence. Like I hear a lot of these dudes say stuff about knockouts and don't get it. You know what I mean? Yeah, but this one, I think he really wanted this one. You know what I mean? For obvious reasons, because of the circumstances and the situation. He wanted to leave out with his statement. And although he still got a convincing win, he didn't leave quite making a statement that he wanted to make. Right? Because they asked him, he a little pissed off and get the KO. But that's some things that can be worked on. Like that's why I say criticism is real, it's fair. But you can go in there and work on some things and you 100% get better from it. You know what I'm saying? So this is a fight you just build on. You did some things very well. Your defense has been consistent since you've been in boxing, right? That's never the issue. Now it's you being this more offensive guy that's going to kind of rid you of that boring label. Because I don't give a damn what you say. You don't have to knock somebody out to be entertaining. You want to eliminate those lows in the fight where punches are not being thrown when you're in position to do so. You get what I'm saying? It's one thing if you're out of range, somebody consistently moving and they way out of range. There just was several times in the fight where maybe you were in range and you definitely could have put more together. But I think some of what he said he still has some steam, I think, on his punches. So I think that's kind of led him to be somewhat cautious too. So that's just a different conversation for a different fight. But I think the necessary tools he brought for the job, and he just got it done. You know what I mean? Is it going, you jumping out of your seats? Nah, you know what I mean? But that opponent never was going to give you that kind of fight anyway. You know what I'm saying? Randy Smith, what's good with it, fam? I just told D-Ray that yesterday. It's the fighter's talk, and he's selling himself. Nobody wants to hear him say he's going to box the socks off him. Yeah, I understand. I understand it on both ends. I get, because D1 is saying, like when you don't say that and you say this other stuff, it makes us expect KOs, right? Even if we know what you're not, but why? In his mind, like, or to the people, it could sound like that's what you're selling, right? So, and what you saying makes sense too. I don't think people want to hear that, but they also don't want to hear you, like, what is it? Oversell and underdeliver. And my bro Ann McQueen always say undersell but overdeliver. And that's what I think the balance, right? That's the balance. I think that D1 is saying without saying, right? You just want that balance. You don't have to say it in those words exactly, boxing my socks off, but you want to be very transparent and clear with your words. But again, I just don't I don't feed too much into it. I just hear he's gonna be confident and he's gonna outclass you, right? You get what I'm saying? Outthink you. Because that's what I know that's what's gonna happen when you get in there. Saying what's good with it. Like Tank putting pressure on these dudes just by winning. 12 threes was good with it. I mean, nah, why? And again, that's not wrong with that. You know what I mean? It's not wrong with that. Why I feel like that's not the case, because I feel like the real pressure is not what another man does. If you let what another man does, success or failure, dictate how you handle your business, you're already in trouble. I think the real pressure is aimed for Shakur lies in, wanting to be impressive on that night as opposed to what you did the last time, right? Kind of shut up some of that background noise and that chatter. I think you being on your last fight of the contract, knowing they're trying to devalue you on the way out, not even putting the same amount of tickets on sale. Like you could keep naming it, from putting the people on the TV, leaving, like all of that. I think that's the real pressure. Where your next home is going to be, things like that, like how, because that all affects your immediate, your future. So I think maybe they didn't speak on it, but I think that's where the real pressure is for him, right? Tank gonna keep winning. Shit, like think about it. I don't think that puts pressure on him. And think when they asked Shakur about the last couple fights at Tank, what do you think he's saying? So Tank going stop Frank, and everybody gonna feel like it was crazy. And look what happened. So when people ask him what's gonna happen in Tank fights, he always tell you what it is. He even telling you now ahead of time he think Tank gonna stop Loma. Like, so he know what it is. I don't think it puts pressure on him. Cause I could see if he was a guy like, man, this is gonna beat him, and then he wrong. Like, nah, he know what Tank is. He be like, yo, that dude gonna knock this one out. He gonna get him. Like, he know what it is. But for me, like, that's what I feel like the real pressure is for him. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's how he feels, but for me, that's where I would look at. If there's any existing pressure, it's not the next guy winning, because the next guy been winning, and he gonna keep winning because he bad, and he a bad man. He gonna keep winning, and he's been winning like himself. So I don't think that's the pressure, but I think the real pressure, like I said, finding another home, finding the right situation to position yourself the right way where your talent is going to showcase. You're going to be able to be showcased with the right fights. I think that's where the pressure is. And also just want to perform on that night, because what so many people were saying. That's why I think he changed the game plan in terms of like being a guy, obviously, that was moving to a guy that was, trying to make the fight. You know what I mean? I'm best at hitting and not getting hit. I bet dude on that. Yeah, I think he said stuff like that. But I think, again, I'm not sitting here. I'm not no PR for him or nothing. But I'm just a realist, because people ask questions that I think I have insight on. Like, I think when you say scared to fight him, right? People will say that he says that, but then you'll hear about 4 or 5 names be like, nope. So in his mind, he like, what the hell? Everybody makes it about money. But it's like these dudes ain't in position where they're making so much money where that's like a pay cut or not a good opportunity for them. You get what I'm saying? So I think that's like, he ain't just saying that blindly out of nowhere. You hear that because he got a track record of people that we all understand to this point said no. So it's like, what he supposed to do? Like, you know what I mean? That's why I think he said, and I think it's just also fighter talk. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you talk a little shit, but in this case, we do know it is guys saying, nah. Yeah, he a counterpuncher. He can be first if he needs to be, though. Expectation in the vacuum. He had great performance with expectation. I gave him a solid B. Yeah, I say B plus for sure, Al Booger. For sure. All right, he gets a knockdown. K Causey, they don't be paying attention though. They don't be knowing, man. They just be saying this stuff. Darren says fundamentally fine and technical stuff. Sound good against CD level fighters, but against Tank, you're gonna need a lot more than that. Man. Look, man. I get it, bro. But my thing is, as long as you got the tools on that night, you get what I'm saying, then you good. What the hell is this? My bad, y'all. Stupid notification. Oh man, but yeah. Look, Tank. I just want to see that fight. I mean, that's all. It'll happen when it happened. Percy was good with it. Sad to see Oshaquie cry like that. Yeah, they robbed the hell out of Oshaquie. That's where I almost lost my voice at, screaming at the damn in the spot like that because they stole one from him, man. He was swimming without getting wet too. Keysahwn just couldn't put no consistent offense together at all. So I don't even understand how they scored the fight for him in any way, shape, or form. That was nasty work for sure. That was nasty work. Where is it at? This dude landed 11% of his punches. Yo, he landed 11% of his punches, and they gave him the win. Val, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling, man? Good to see you in the building. Toby McDuck said another dude, the performance by Shakur, he just hasn't lived up to the hype. Y'all should see. I asked my girl to watch the fight with me, and she was asleep by the fourth new cap. He's overhyped. Well, somebody just got to beat him and prove that he's overhyped, Toby. I don't argue nobody's opinion. You know what I mean? I don't argue nobody's opinion. Somebody should just beat him then. If he was so overhyped, don't you think the guy that y'all saying is the best fighter in the world, they'd have fought already? You know what I mean? They'd have fought already. But I'm not here to, prove that what he is and what he not. Somebody just got to beat him. You know what I'm saying? Sadiq Brown was good with it, fam. That's all. And Tank, it's his turn. Ready in position, Tank unifying the division, and ride on to the sunset. Yeah, I feel like that fight just it'll happen when it happened. But I feel like in the meantime, it's good fights for Shakur to make. And that's all. You can't stay stuck worrying about one fight. Everybody keep talking like every fight for him is audition to fight Tank. That's a bad argument. Good fighters fight other good fighters, period. You know what I mean? Top fighters fight other top fighters. Champions fight other champions. That's why they should fight. I don't care who people feel like will win. I say this stuff all the time. I really don't care about the opinions as much as I care about the fights. Let's just see the fights. You know what I'm saying? Let's see the fights. 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 Ron and Janice soccer. You stupid. Oh, he said don't drink. Blind. Keep about the fighters. Salute to my guy, Trey. Skills my opinion. Shakur wasn't overly dominant, but he did show levels. Yeah, I just felt like he won almost every round. Probably 11-1. 10-2 if you want to be generous. I think that's a dominant win. I think people sometimes they confuse what they see as excitement with dominance. Dominance is really not losing rounds to me. You know what I mean? And that's what you've seen for the most part. Foster the champion and lost in a snoozer. Foster didn't get hit. Yeah. And they booed that fight for 10 rounds straight, cuz they booed from what? I think the second round all the way on. The third round all the way to the 12th. And they cheered with the last 10 seconds of the fight because it was over. So, you know what I mean? John not getting hit. Bad job hitting. Yeah, I was pissed off at it. Because, again, 11% Al Booger, that man landed 11%. He landed 76 punches to 109. There's no way he won. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's no way he won. And I know people are like, well, they're spread out. Those punches are spread out through the rounds. Yeah, neither guy wasn't the overly crazy offensive fight. So you feel like those 109 punches were spread out pretty good through 12 rounds. 76 definitely ain't gonna cut it. So I don't even know how they could find a win for this dude. Like, that was tough to see. Like, and again, it's like, I'm telling you, I get it. Like, we want excitement. You want to be jumping out your seats and all that. Everybody don't fight that way. Every fight not gonna be that. And people are starting to dismiss the sweet science more and more. Like I was like disappointed, like to see that. Yeah, if you not going in there and it's not a knock them out, drag out, or they feel like somebody ain't getting knocked out, y'all can't appreciate a good boxing match. It's crazy to me. Like we critique offense way too heavily. Like, I just don't think people understand how hard it is not to get hit like that. Shockey was in there with this wild swinging ass dude, still not getting hit like that. Yo, he's really swimming without getting wet. I just don't understand how they can take that from him. That's why he was about to cry. They took that damn win from him. They took it from him, bro. It was sad to see, bro. Tough to see. Shockey pretty much controlled the fight. Was never in jeopardy of losing it. Keysahwn didn't do anything different. He didn't fight like that was his fourth time fighting for a title, and they found a way to give it to him. If y'all wanted to award him a win, y'all should have gave him a damn win when he fought Valdez and actually beat him. You know what I'm saying? They was crazy. Dante's boxing talk. What's good with it? Yeah, for sure. Corruption. Yeah, man. Elbow, shoulders, and behind the head gets you the win. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. It was tough, man. It was tough. Yeah, Robson was getting cooked. Yeah, man, he was just getting outboxed, outpointed, slapping with that right hand, how you always do. I just don't see how they did that. You know what I'm saying? They did that. Definitely a win for him, man. They stole that. They stole that from him, man. Hopefully he can get a rematch because he deserves it, man. A rematch is more than justified right now with Oshaquie Foster. He definitely deserves a rematch. 100%. 100%. Like, look, this how you know it's bad.
That wasn't even close. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Man, you know if Bradley mad, you know it's real. Bradley going off like that, you know it's
just witnessed one of the biggest rivalries ever in boxing history. Shock won every round. He literally won every round, and they gave it to the other dude. Like how, bro? That shit crazy, bro. This shit maybe you don't even want to do this shit no more. Y'all see how fucking dirty and crooked this shit is, bro. Every round, bro, the dude won every round. Shock won every round. I don't think he lost one round.
Talk to him, Rugeroo. Talk to him, Ruger. Man, talk to him, Rugeroo. He won the fight. Let's not forget that. Nah, that'd be the last of it, bro. Hell nah. They'd be like, nah, dude. They'd be like, yo, he ain't do what I said he was supposed to do. Yeah, he didn't just go in there. He was supposed to knock him out. Yes, he was supposed to leave, knock him out, and do this and do that. I'm so tired. I ain't listening to nobody assessments no more. I'm only listening to the family. That's it. I ain't trying to hear nobody talk nothing else no more. We gonna do how we do. Too many narratives being pushed. I can't take it. Took his cool hat off on me. He had to, Trey. You know what I mean? That was tough. Yeah, it was sad, man. It was sad how they did him. Just took it. The average someone was good with it. Millen Films, my guy, was good. Shockey should have known what's up. They tried to rob him against the Spanish dude. Forgot his name. Rocky Hernandez, Millen Films, you right. I know what I saw. You get what I'm saying? Like, that man lost. Going to take that fight from him like that, bro. And take that fight. Even Corey.
We seen that robbery earlier tonight, and we ain't wanted to happen to me.
It was a robbery. Yeah. Shockey Foster got robbed.
Yeah, it was a robbery.
Man, robbery for sure. They just took the fight from him, bro. And again, this is what I'm tired of. Let me find out a lot of these people are casuals disguising themselves as diehards, because I'm sick of every fight people acting like these guys got to go out here and get knockouts to be entertaining. I'm tired of that, man. That's why I draw the line. I know entertainment when I see it too, but I'm not exactly bored when I see the sweet sounds or I see somebody being technically taken apart round after round. I'm not like and I'm not even talking about Shakur fight. I'm talking about the Shockey fight. They booed that fight for like 10 rounds in a row. Like, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing? Yeah, it's a bad fight. Yo, it'd be the second round, third round, and y'all booing? You won't even let a person get to the 4th round of a fight. You won't even let these dudes break a proper sweat, and y'all booing. Let me find out people don't appreciate the sweet science, and everybody is really disguising themselves as diehards talking about knockouts every time. Now we starting to expect it from guys that don't know. Well, he said it. Well, he said it. He said it. Yeah, I heard him say it. I don't give a damn what he said. I don't care. I don't care what he said, because I know this is entertainment, and I know these dudes are selling themselves. Not letting a pure boxer sell me knockouts. Now, again, I wonder how many people would be mad because Shockey said he'd get a rematch and ain't going 12. I wonder how many people are being here. Well, he said he was going to knock him out, and he didn't. He fight him and beat him up again. Don't stop him. Does that mean it's not a bad performance because he said he was going to stop him? That's in his mind. They say it because that's what they feel like they can do. Whether or not they do it is another thing. But I'm not, oh, man, after I see somebody beat ass and convincingly, I'm like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, he did say he was going to stop him. He didn't stop him, though. And we sound like a bunch of fucking casuals. Every fight got to result in a knockout. Alexander Usyk fans ain't demanding he knock everybody out. I wonder why. And miss me with this because Wilder was stretching everybody, and we still had a problem with that. Nah, he can't fight. All he got is the right hand. He just knock everybody out. Then you get a pure boxer. Oh, well, he ain't knocking nobody out. Like, man, kill that shit. Man, win the fight, man. Fight your fight, win the fight. Win the fight, bro. Win the fight. Do you win the fight? Don't go into the ring fighting another man's fight and getting beat up. Do you fight your fight, bro? Gotta fight your fight. We the only ones that demand the wildest shit from our fighters. Yeah, well, he said it. He said it. He said it. Yeah, it's a lot of people that said there's gonna be a millionaire. They said they ain't. Are we mad? We supposed to be mad at them too? Hey, well, he said it. He said he was gonna knock him out. Nah, he gotta come out there and be like, yeah, it's gonna be a good fight, and I'm gonna do my best. That's what y'all want to hear. No, this boxing, man, it's the hurt business. Ain't no room to be humble. Take that shit to golf. Take that shit, go play volleyball or something. You want to be humble. Ain't no room for that shit in this sport. Whoop ass, bro. Talk your shit and whoop ass. Straight like that. Straight like that. It's the hurt business. People trying to take you out. I ain't about to be talking humble to nobody. Yeah, if I think I'm bad, I'm going to talk it. It's up for you to prove it. I'm tired of hearing about what a fighter is not, and every time they get in the ring, they win. I want to see him I want to see it being proven in the ring. I don't care about what people think no more. Let these dudes talk their shit. You a fool if you let a guy sell you a dream. Like I know full well what these dudes are doing. I know when somebody is selling a fight versus, talking some shit. I know the difference. So I'm not mad at nobody selling the fight, but just go out there and win, bro. So I ain't telling these dudes to be humble. Hell nah. If you believe you bad, talk that shit. Talk it. Because Floyd talked like a straight killer. And he won. And I ain't comparing him to nobody. But it wasn't. Money May talk like a killer. He didn't. Tell me I'm lying. He didn't. He wasn't knocking everybody out. You get what I'm saying? We wasn't. He ain't knock nobody. He ain't knock him out, man. He knock him out. Since when did this become? Since when did boxing become knockout? Since when did everybody have such a casual approach on how a fight should end? Yeah, he was supposed to knock him out. Yeah, he was supposed to. Be like, yo, you ever seen that dude knocked out before? Nah, but I'm saying he was supposed to. What you basing it off? What are you basing it off? Are you basing it off what? Because he said it? This dude say a lot of shit and don't do it. Get what I'm saying? Dude say a lot of shit. I just ain't that hung up on it, man. Sell your fight, talk your shit, but win. Most importantly, win. Win. And again, I don't want to see boring fights either. Y'all, I don't want to see no damn boring fights. But I'm not mad when I don't see a knockout, bro. I'm not crucifying fighters when I don't see a knockout. I can't do that. I just can't do it. That's casual way of thinking. Yeah, well, I ain't see a knockout. Yeah, it wasn't entertaining. Some people don't got to throw a lot and they can entertain a whole lot because of the end result. Some people got to work differently. Everybody can't show greatness in the same form. You are who you are. That's it. That's all. I heard somebody say he was trying to be somebody he wasn't Saturday because he was walking forward. I'm like, what in the hell? Didn't y'all say that's what y'all wanted to see? You can't win for losing. Like, you do what they say do. They still like, yeah, he didn't do this. Yeah, he didn't do that. He can punch. Whole time the dude moving away. And he like, yeah, he can't punch. Yeah, man. Hell yeah, man. Salute to my bro, Mike Biggs, man. Oh, like I said, good event, man. Good to see y'all again, man. Everything boxing Shakur made. Made him lose 96K on that KO. Nah, it's Keysahwn, my guy. I ain't get to watch it yet. Salute to everything boxing. McKee, J. Walker says Shakur dominated opponent. Frank Martin couldn't. Shakur need to keep active at 135 so he can be more seasoned. Yeah, I think activity is important. I think stay, not saying that he's some inactive fighter, but you definitely want to remain active. That's how I think you see the best out of any of these fighters when they keep them fighting. Keep them fighting. I hope you don't have a long gap in between fights. You know what I'm saying? That make a lot of sense, bro. I think he, just any fighter, you just want to keep him in there. You know what I'm saying? You seen him going through some motions. It looked like he was working on some things, trying some different things out. And I think in an effort to create offense and try to create more entertainment, you kind of, like I said, just left some things up on some meat on the bone. Fairest way I could put it, some meat on the bone. But people looking for me to slander a guy that damn near won every round, I can't do that. You want me to critique him, I can 100% do that. I got you. I can be 100% honest about everything I've seen, but I can't go overboard. You know what I'm saying? I can't. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people look like, well, you can't do this with Tank. Man, people act like it's some damn blueprint about as to how you beat or fight Tank right now. Because every 30 times we seen a man in the ring and they didn't work out for none of them dudes. 28 of them bit the dust. So it ain't no damn blueprint out there right now. Everybody has flaws. Everybody is beatable. I don't believe no fighter in boxing is unbeatable. I just don't believe that anybody can lose. That's a bad man. There's no blueprint out there. There's no blueprint. So when people say, well, you can't do this, you can't do that. Well, what can you do? What can you do? Because I always hear what people say you can't do. There's no fucking blueprint out there right now, bro. There's no blueprint. It's no step-by-step guide to read how to beat Tank Davis. You better go in there and fight, box, move, think, set trade. You better do a little bit of everything. That's the fairest way I could put it. But people be like, every fighter there, you can't do that with Tank. What can you do? Damn it. You can't do what the other 30 did either, because that shit ain't work out. Shit ain't working out for them either. So I don't know. You just got to go in there and fight your fight. That's what you do. Ain't no damn blueprint. Ain't nobody beat them yet. It ain't even coming close. Care about nobody winning no rounds. So when people say that, it just trip me out. Like, there's no blueprint out there where you could say, yeah, well, if I follow this, nah, ain't none of that. That shit ain't work out for 30 straight fighters. Like I said, and 28 of them bit dust, man. Skywalker, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? Shakur and Zepeda is a good fight. I think it's a good fight. I do. Ghostbuster Tank Davis. Shakur sucks. He need to retire. Roger, what's good, bro? Used to say, beat Tank, you can't fight him. Yeah, I used to say to beat Tank, you can't fight him. I'm telling. Yeah, and to be real, cuz you gotta mix it up. That's it. You gotta mix it up. To watch any athlete give it their best for me, yeah, I'm with that too, Mike. Like, I just think we got to the point where we dismiss all type of boxing. Like, he ain't knocking him out. Nah, he gotta knock him out. We gotta knock him out. Nah, some people ain't coming to be knocked out. You know what I mean? And I ain't talking about the main event. I'm talking about just boxing. Some people ain't coming to get knocked out. You know what I mean? Yeah, nah. Never used to get me, Roger. That's my guy. But even if you were serious, bro, like, everybody had their opinion. He's just not people's favorite. He's just not people's cup of tea. For me, like I said, I've been watching since he was like a teenager. So I've been enjoying him, seeing him grow, seeing him win, seeing him be on top of his game and really do his thing. You just gotta keep winning, man. That's the goal, man. Like, again, we be so loud with the criticism, we forget to mention that he won the fight convincingly. I don't care about no criticism. Let's have a real conversation. But damn, we almost talk like he ain't win. Like it was a struggle fest. Nah, man, we just seen Frank Martin have all kind of issues with Artem and had to rely on a knockdown to win. So, and he put the sleep emojis and that was funny to me, because when you was in there with him, y'all asses was going back and forth. It was ebbs and flows in that fight. It wasn't no damn ebbs and flows Saturday. It was just a flow. It was just a flow of one side. Shakur just doing what he do. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I want to see it, Roger. I want to see it. I really do. I want to see it. Who is and who isn't, because there are guys out there who are doing it for the money. I think that's I get that. How do you know who is and who isn't? I think you kind of gauge it by you know, how locked in these guys are, like who live in that fighter's lifestyle, who really like putting the work in the gym. You know, I don't own the performance is, you know, the ultimate assessment to a degree, right? But that's not the only assessment, right? Like just use Shakur for example, because he just fought. He actually, what I appreciate about him, just being a young fighter, just turning 27, he's very accomplished. He's locked in, and he really lives that lifestyle. So I think he definitely in it. You know, he want to be great. I truly believe that about him, and if he didn't work as hard as, you know, that I understand from what I hear, if he didn't work as hard, then I would think it was something different. Hold on, y'all. Give me 2 seconds. My bad. My baby girl's out there. I'm going Rogue TV. What's good with it? Shakur Hay is really Shakur fair. Some of it is for sure. I'm going Rogue TV. That's why people keep putting up these roadblocks as to why a good fight shouldn't happen. By saying who ain't ready. He ain't ready for this. He ain't ready for that. How do you know? Put him in there. Ready my ass, man. Once you multiple division champion and you're a champion in any division, anybody holding the title, you got to get ready for him. You better be ready. You know what I'm saying? Never tweeted. Yeah, he shouldn't even say nothing because you struggle with the dude. Like, that's why I say, man, like, I'm sorry, yo. I'm sorry. If the biggest critique is talking about somebody's not entertaining, but they dominating, that's not something you want, but that's something you better be able to live with. I ain't trying to hear all that. I know a lot of dudes that was exciting and took L's and got their ass beat. I know a lot of that. I seen a lot of that. I seen a lot of it, bro. So that shit ain't no damn honor in that, getting your ass beat for somebody to be entertained. Like, man, you better not be that damn stupid. Let the fans trick you out your spot if you want to. Be a dummy if you want. Be a dummy if you want to. Be no damn fool. Don't be no fool. They love him. Yeah, Frank should never. They love that Gertz point. They love them too. Yeah, man. We know he a bad man, but shit, there's no booklet out there on how you beat that dude. Better go in there and you just better be on the same type of time he on. I know that. And from what we see, it's a lot of people that just can't match it. Can't match that intensity. But at the last night, I still want to see the fight. You know what I mean? You still want to see them go out there and fight and prove it. You know what I mean? Let's see who the best is. That's all. Frank want another payday. Frank, like you see something, give him what he want. Do it. Yeah. Frank, yeah. Of course, he woke up from the grave and decided to say something. It was funny. Funny just hearing that, bro. Dudes is funny, man. Hold on, y'all. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, man. Oh, man, my bad. Malaza, what's good with it, fam? Have Puerto Rico's back in the Olympic on basketball. Rudy to defeat LeBron. Frank climbed about the Cassidy around his mouth, right? Yeah. I mean, I don't even care that he tweeted it, to be honest, bro. I just think it's funny. It's funny. Like, again, I'd rather be critiqued as boring than somebody that's exciting and losing. I'm sorry, y'all. No, matter of fact, no, I ain't sorry. Sorry, not sorry. If that's your biggest criticism, again, Andre Ward was called boring. Floyd Mayweather was called boring. But one thing that you can't forget that people sometimes try to conveniently forget to mention is that they was winners. I'm sorry, bro. I ain't never came up here and said, yeah, this is the most exciting fighter in the world. You know, there's nobody like him. And I ain't never came up here to do that. But what I am saying, he's one of the smartest fighters in boxing. I think he's one of the most talented fighters in boxing. How people choose to pick and poke at what they see wrong and where he's not good at, have at it. But right now, I'm just seeing a guy that's beating ass and really don't have close fights. And I think it's going to take a certain level or a certain fighter to really test them the right way, right? That's what you want to see. That's all. Just want to see the right fights. You know what I'm saying? Want to see the right challenges. Want to see the right matchups. I think him and Frank Martin's still a good fight. I think him and Williams and Pate is a great fight to make, right? There's other fights that can make because the Tank fight ain't coming right now. Let's stop playing. Stop playing around. It's not coming right now. He got business to take care of. I hope he do get his Loma fight. I think he deserve it. Let him get that. And I want to see what Corey end up at. But if they really was trying to give us what we wanted, it would be very easy to do so. It would be very easy to do so to give us what we want. You know what I'm saying? It'd be very easy to do that. Tank and Loma, that's a unification right there. Put Shakur in there with Baranchik, another unification. I said this the other day, and then you got an undisputed fight, and then you could cease all the talk. You ain't got to worry about one guy not being in his prime, the other guy not being in the same division no more. We ain't got to worry about none of that. We could just see a good fight, and it'd be an undisputed fight. Yeah, had no power or chin, and he's born, but now he's praised. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying, D? So I ain't saying he them, because I know people, when they hear that, they like, well, you comparing them to Andre Ward and Floyd? No, I ain't got to do that. But my point is, they did the same thing to them. The fact that it remains is they were winners, and that's all. That's what mattered at the end of the day. I heard somebody say it's more than winning or something like that. I really don't know what more it is, but I wish they could have elaborated on that, because I'm pretty sure they was making a point. But winning is the most important thing, because being exciting in the loss, like, all right, you'll get more opportunities, but again, with your bag, like, if you continue to lose, I mean, how many more opportunities do you continue to get, especially at the highest level when you continue to lose? So I don't know. We putting too much stock into people having to knock guys out, and I don't know since when have we been condemning what the sweet science look like. I truly just don't understand that. I don't get that part. That's why I say, like, man, it was just crazy to see how people was booing Shockey. Like, damn, I'm like, bro, damn, y'all booing NPR was good with it. Y'all, damn, y'all booing Shockey for 10 straight rounds, bro. Bro out here swimming without. It's like they only see one thing. If they don't see offense, they don't see nothing else good that he's doing in there. Like, I was like, this shit is tough, bro. This shit is tough, man. I was like, man, this is tough, man. Y'all do shock like this, man. Y'all don't like nobody, dude. They don't like nobody. I was like, man, y'all don't like shock. Y'all don't like nobody. Salute to my guy, Darren, man. Shakur just didn't like not following through with the trainer's command and use the jab more. That's fair to NPR. I think a more established jab could have opened up some things too, gave him something else. One more weapon, something else to think about. I do think this is the first time I seen him approach a fight in a way I could say it looked like he was fighting to try to get a KO in ways, right? Like, just with the come forward with the high guard and stuff like that. This is one of the first times I've seen him do that. You know what I'm saying? I think some of it, like I said, was due to the pressure that's there to perform. You know what I mean? And the pressure that he puts on himself to perform as well. I think that's real. But I don't mind him going out there trying to step out his element. But I think in doing so, it's some work that need to be done, obviously, right? You continue to work on that. I think anytime you see a pure boxer, defense first guy on the front foot, that's him stepping out his comfort zone. And it's going to be a process there, you know what I mean? A growth process, I think, that has to take shape, because you typically are a defense first guy. You're a guy that's utilizing the ring, you know, moving around. You get what I'm saying? Creating your openings that way rather than having to go get somebody. And I was having a conversation with my boy earlier, and we was talking about this. And I was like, it's kind of like, and follow me for a second. Don't think I'm comparing one to the other. Just think about what I'm saying right now. At one point in Floyd's career, right? Like, he always was good defensively, right? But it was one point in his career, obviously, when he was Pretty Boy Floyd, he was way more offensive. And if anybody remembers, I know y'all do because y'all followed the career as well. It was a point where he got hit more, right? It's a point where he got now follow what I'm saying. It's a point where he got hit more. Am I right? Where he was Pretty Boy Floyd. Yeah, his defense was always sharp, but that got even better after his father stepped back in. Remember, it got to a point where he was like, you starting to take too much punishment, and he started started coaching. And remember Roger with the situation. So you had his pops come in, and now he Money Mayweather all of a sudden, not all of a sudden, but you see how much better or how much more attention to detail that he paid attention to on defense, and how much better it made him. But to a certain degree, he, obviously he wasn't still that same offensive guy that he was as Pretty Boy, right? So what I'm saying is it's a balancing act, right? You've seen when he was more offensive, and I'm not comparing no fighters. Floyd is Floyd, Shakur. But what I'm saying is when you've seen him at Pretty Boy, his defense was still nasty, but he took more punishment as Pretty Boy Floyd than he did as Money Mayweather. In my opinion, that's what I've seen. You've seen him more offensive and getting more of the knockout. More of those knockouts came as Pretty Boy when he was putting the punches together more, right? So now you see him switch over to Money May. Now his offense is still sharp, still got tools, but he wasn't as offensive, but he was more defensive. You get what I'm saying? So like I said, I think with Shakur is kind of opposite, where he started out just having that top-notch defense, right? Not getting hit a lot. So when you see him trying to transition out of that mentality, that mindset, that's something that he's been accustomed to his entire career, his life, like being that guy that you ain't hitting me, but I'm going to hit you. So now he to a point in his career where he's looking to be more offensive, right? He's looking to create more offense and try to be more entertaining, but be smart doing it. And I think that's what you're saying. It's a balancing act, right? And like y'all mentioned, it definitely don't hurt to listen to your grandfather. It definitely don't hurt. That's never gonna hurt you, right? Y'all got there together. You get what I'm saying? That doesn't hurt. So that's what I think we seen. You seeing a guy that still he's trying to step out of his element while remaining defensively responsible. But I think that's a process that takes shape because you definitely stepping out of your comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? And to try to be a more offensive guy. You know what I'm saying? While being smart and defensively responsible. So I think it's a balancing act for sure. Norm L guy, what's good, fam? Banks, the boxing fan, my bro, was good with it, man. Good to see you in the building. Never neglect the jab, man. I couldn't agree more. As far as look, everybody's see performance is different, man. Like I wasn't jumping out of my seat, but I was cool with him, seeing him just take this dude apart and get him out the way and on to the next. You know what I mean? But just running through this card, let me run through the rest of this card, man. Shout out to Shakur, man. He did his thing. On to the next, like I said, man. Keysahwn fought his most physical fight against Medueno. Good performance, man. I know some people say he fought in spurts. Like I said earlier, I think some of the reason for that was because he did a lot of wrestling and tussling with this dude. And I think that kind of slowed him down, helped deplete the gas tank a bit. But he did well. He was hitting this dude with all types of combinations, good shots. He was going to the body as well. Medueno's tough, man. He got a brick for a head. Some people say Keysahwn don't hit as hard. He need more pop. I think he got pretty decent puncher power. I would say I don't think people are walking through him, but I think some guys ain't coming to get knocked out either. I truly believe that. You know what I mean? I heard it directly from Andre Ward. That's a mental thing. Some guys are coming to fight and try to win, and they damn sure ain't trying to be knocked out. So, I ain't saying he's the biggest puncher either, but I think he put his punches together well. Just had a dude in there that was tough. You know what I'm saying? He definitely was tough. And to tell him to do something, Shakur just either isn't ready or doesn't have the heart to do it. We'll see the best or worst Shakur when he fights a dog. P. Hunter was good with it. Rude exposure in the building was good, fam. It's tough, man, because people gonna take that one moment and they gonna magnify it and they gonna make it to be way more than what it is. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I want to be very clear, but I'm not willing to look at it as an issue right now. Like again, man, I just wish there's certain stuff I wish I could speak on, but I can't. But man, I'll just say they ain't at odds or nothing. You know what I'm saying? You probably won't see that all the time. That's all. I'll leave it like that. You probably won't see that all the time. You know what I'm saying? Probably won't see that all the time. But I can't question his heart. I can't question his heart, bro. Just to your point, you remember the first thing that Artem said to him after the fight? Remember the first thing he said to him after the fight? Or he said about him, said to him, spoke about his heart. That was the first thing Artem said. Started talking about how he seen his heart, seen his passion, seen that he was really trying to come to win. So I don't know. I hear you for sure. But for me, I don't know, man. I just think that situation got blown up because people not really used to seeing it. I'll say it that way. You're not used to seeing it. And if it seems like you're not on the right page, it's not a good look. You know what I mean? Any dialogue is considered to be something bad, I think. You know what I'm saying? He's telling him what he see versus what he see. You know what I mean? But it's not nothing new. Like to see Keysahwn fight over fighter before I want to see him versus Tank. Yeah, that's for damn sure. Yeah, he ain't get no damn Tank fight. He know it. Keyshawn Shakur gonna be broken down more harshly than other fighters, but I bet neither lose too many times. I don't think so either. And watch the shock fight and for criteria judging boxing night, it was a close fight and how you get scored either way. Oh well, I was a little upset at first. Yeah, I feel you. I just think they took one from him. Kyle Cooley, blessings, family. How you feeling, bro? Salute to my guy. Yeah, I just think they stole one from him, to be honest. Stole one. It was the same with Dad and Pat. Or Dad said he was scared. Floyd didn't press the gas. He picked it up, didn't step on the gas. All right. Right. Yeah. And I think that's what he was trying to get him to do, P. Hunter. You know what I mean? Step on the gas a little bit more. You know what I mean? I think he was telling him that, what he felt like he seen. Like, again, man, that's just, you continue to build, man. That's a relationship they're going to continue to build on. But I think he'll be fine moving forward. What I'll say is I don't think that's going to be a big issue because, like I'm saying, it's new to the microphones and the cameras, but that dialogue between the two is not new. My man, hard focus, mouth is outweighs his heart. Ramisu, what's good with it, fam? That's all fighters, bro. This the hurt business, man. Everybody ain't gonna be like Boots or Frank Martin. Don't really talk much. Get what I'm saying? It's been that way since the beginning of the time because it is entertainment, right? Just think about this, Ram. Tank was quiet for most of his career, and he been a knockout guy. And what was they still saying? He don't talk enough. And he was quiet, and his performances definitely outweighed anything he said. You get what I'm saying? I'm just using that as a point. They still was asking him what to talk. It's just like damned if you do, damned if you don't sometimes. Like if you're quiet, then they're going to say you too quiet. Look at Boots. Quiet. I wish he had talked more. Same shit. You know what I mean? They tell him he good. They tell him he start talking. They mess around and start complaining even more about his opponents. Right? He good, but he ain't fighting nobody. He talking crazy. Like I think never forget that it's entertainment. Anytime these dudes are in front of that camera, they selling themselves. They're a brand and all that stuff. So I think it comes from a place of confidence too. Like I always say this, why I'm not too crazy about like getting on fighters and how they talk because they they gotta be confident. You know what I mean? They gotta be confident. You have to. I mean, anything less, you're gonna be in trouble. Grade A haters since 2018. Man, shit. Since he been there. Salute to my bro, man. Thanks to Boxing Fan being a member for 3 months. Much love, bro. Granted was also doing the opposite of Bill. Bill told Dad not press the gas, and Dad wanted to. Granted, I just wanted to get him up out of there. Yeah, he had faith in him to do it for sure. Ain't nothing wrong with that, Piana. I think for sure. I just think he probably felt he seen something that was stopping him from doing that. But I still do feel like he was in position. I do think he could have got him out of there. And and I think he acknowledged that too. I think he apologized to his granddad for what it's worth. Like, you know what I mean? Because, you don't want people to get the wrong impression that you just blatantly disrespecting him, right? You know what I'm saying? So salute to him, man. That's something that I don't think will be an issue moving forward personally. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. You never know. But I doubt it will. You know what I'm saying? Anybody heard of Floyd signed Shakur? No, I don't think he did. Dean by any means. What's good, family? I'm here to get y'all just do. You know it. Man, you know it. But Abdullah Mason's purple young OG came out the Purple Rain and commenced to be nice, man. I love to see it, man. Abdullah Mason is the goods. Look forward to seeing more of them. Keysahwn had a dominant win over a guy that was rough and dirty. He beat up a dirty fighter. That's what people ain't talking about. They keep talking about that knockout. Yeah, Keysahwn beat up a dirty, physical-ass fighter in Miguel Medueno that had way more experience, way more knockouts than he even got fights. And he won with flying colors. You know what I mean? Did his thing. Great performance from him. Shout out to my guy, Keysahwn. You know what I mean? Making his pro debut. You know what I mean? He won a no 1 KO, man. Beautiful work. I got some videos I think I got to upload from Fight Night. Couple pictures, man. Shout out to DB3 too. I ran into Keyshawn Davis' youngest brother. We ran into Keyshawn Davis' youngest brother because I wasn't going to even say nothing to him until Cuzzo asked him, is he one of the brothers? So we started chopping up. Shout out to Ashley's Corner too and Mike Biggs Boxing, the fan, man. That was a good night. It was fun. Mark T, no one beat Shakur. 135, 147 said Devin American Dream Haney. Sheesh. Salute to Mark T. It's all good, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I respect people's opinions over here. I ain't mad at it. Think Haney that guy, man. Haney is a very skilled fighter, bro. Very good young fighter. You know what I mean? He gonna bounce back. I believe he can bounce back. Awful out of shape after 6 rounds. I was out of gas. I don't think he was out of shape. I don't think he looked awful. I think he was slowed down because of how physical the fight was. I think that was his first time having to be in a fight that was, you know, demanded that much from him physically. You get what I'm saying? It makes sense. Look at all the tussling and wrestling. Remember, he picked dude up at one point. I thought about that. I said, that's going to come back to hurt you. All that little bravado stuff where they picking each other up and, you know, they grab by the neck and then you lift them up. That stuff, all that tussling they was doing, I think that helped deplete his gas tank. But I think he fought through it. I think he fought well, and he still beat this guy up. He still beat him convincingly. I don't think he looked bad. I don't think it's a matter of him being out of shape, though. But I do think you got to be mindful of all that tussling and stuff. That stuff wear you down, especially when you in there working, throwing punches. And he had a good punch. He fought at a good pace. Fought at a good pace as well. Outside of the, you know, obviously the wrestling and stuff. Best boxer out of the city. Who, the light-skinned kid? Who, you talking about Keysahwn? Shakur was on a 3-fight deal with Mayweather, but he has no guarantee. Frank Tank Cruz, that would be a good deal. Yeah. Hell yeah, P. That is a good lineup right there. You talking about Keysahwn? Yeah, shout out to Keysahwn making his pro debut. Got a second round stoppage, man. He did his thing, put his punches together well, took a couple shots, but he wanted that stoppage. He was hungry, and I could see the talent and skill already. You got a promising future for sure, man. I'm gonna be looking forward to trying to get him back up here soon. I mean, especially after a win like that, definitely want to chop it up with him, man. See how he feeling, man. See how he feeling about things, man. What's next for him, man? When can we see him possibly back in the ring? You know, all that type of stuff. I'm being careful not to gas out. Could have been that too. Well, was this my Sandy Cruz? Could have been that too. But I think it was the tussling Albert. I think the physical nature of the fight kind of led to him being a little more tired than usual. Because he usually don't have to wrestle with guys the way he was tough. They remember they did a lot of tangling up and tussling, and I know that depletes your gas tank, and that's probably what dude wanted. But Keyshawn had enough in him to just fight him off him too, because he did very well, man. It was an impressive win over a tough guy, rugged guy that was coming to win, and he was dirty as hell too. Hell no, Leeser, hell no, that ain't happening. That's definitely not happening. Hell nah, that won't happen. I don't think he signs with Floyd, respectfully. But the first one, cut ties with Jay. Nah, I don't see it. They don't got no reason to. No reason to. It was one of them situations where notice that he speak very positively about him. He ain't got nothing negative to say. He's trying to be all right. Let's talk about not fighting. Your boxing, bro, is making me miss some potential to fight. Yeah, I'm selfish like that. I'm not, because it's like, I feel like it's not even, they're not even in the same, like, you get what I'm trying to say? They only thing it is, they're in the same weight class, but the timing of it is like for that fighter to be weird. Like, you know what I mean? And I feel like it's enough talent where them two specific guys don't have to fight. I don't think it's a matter of like him being scared. I think it's just when you grow up with somebody like that, you just don't have that same, you know what I mean? Like, and that just lets you know that's kind of real with them. Like, you know what I mean? The fact that they feel like money ain't gonna make you want to fight somebody that you rock with that way. But that's one guy. I could see if he was running around boxing every time you turn around, you're like, yeah, this is my brother, man. I can't fight him. That's just one person. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? It's like, you know. And again, who knows? Maybe if this had a different situation where they might have to revisit this shit, who knows? Maybe they talk to each other and revisit that. You just never know. You just never know. Never know. But again, I feel like it's far more than enough talent for them to specifically not to have to fight. But we'll see, man. We'll see. God, you know, the way people feel about both, whether it's Keysahwn or Shakur, I'd be surprised that they want to see them even fight each other. And why? Like, you know what I'm saying? With the way they, you know, the way people talk about them, you would think that's the last two they want to see fight each other. But you never know, man. But overall, man, good night of boxing. Keith Cologne did his thing. Kelvin Davis and Kevin Johnson put on a good fight. It was close. Some people thought Kevin Johnson pulled it off. I think he spent, you know, some portions of the fight fighting at a range that was more beneficial to Kelvin, but I think that's how he pulled it off too. You know what I'm saying? But it was a close fight, competitive. You know what I'm saying? Salute to both of them dudes, man. Shout out to both of them. But Edson Garcia beat the hell out of William Foster. William Foster, ever since I've been seeing him fight, he just don't look that good to me. I'm never impressed when I see him fight. And he played too much. He too silly in there to me, William Foster. And 4 to 6 round, kind of got him. Yeah, Keysahn, I believe in Keyshawn talent. Malaz, I think he nice. Coriana said if I was Artem, I would have elbowed Martin early. Like Martin, but he was roughhousing Artem to be getting the fight with some dirty. Yeah, he's being physical with him. I don't really know. Don't know Keyshawn really in VA. He was beating dudes on the streets, recording Keyshawn family and mom's best friends. It's kind of weird. People don't get that. I thought people will understand it more too, Dante. Like it's just certain people. Like you got people in real life that we feel like that about. But I think that some people feel like the money is supposed to outweigh how you feel about the person. Like, or the competition. Yeah, you still supposed to want to beat up your brother. I'm not demanding that because it's been very consistent on both sides. So I think that it's genuine, and I'm just not asking for it, right? You know what I mean? I'm just not asking for it. That's like ain't nobody. And think about it. It's like I don't know. You in the same stable, pretty much. It's weird, kind of weird, but it is what it is. There are people. Mason is good, but I need him to carry folks longer because if I step away, I don't want to see the replay. Man, I was like, what did I miss? yeah, you should have known that. Mason be beating ass. Abdullah Mason shine once again. Beat up, I think, by what his most experienced opponent to date, Louis LeBron. And he beat him from beginning to the knockout. Dude is like that. Very freakish athlete type of dude. Good reflexes, long arms, good build. Punch selection, power in both hands. He got a lot. It's a lot to like about Mason, man. I don't think he hype. I know it's early, 14 fights in, but he just like the goods, man. I think it's only gonna get better. He's 19 years old, I believe. Like that's what I don't be getting. Like I don't know if you can 19-year-old fighting that like that. It don't look like he hype. He look like he got more experience than he do when he fight. He different, man. Abdullah Mason is special, man. I think he gonna set to be something special, man. I do. But shout out to my guy, Keith Cologne, and both Kelvin Davis and Kevin Johnson. Another good fight. Gotta make sure I got all the action. Yeah, and the biggest takeaway of the night was Shakur getting robbed. That sucked big time. You know what I mean? That sucked. Seeing him they took that fight from him. You shouldn't have to knock guys out. You shouldn't have to do more than win, like to get decisions. You shouldn't have had to knock this dude out. You know what I mean? And throw 100 punches around and seem like to get a win. I just don't understand it. Yeah, it get like that, but I doubt if that was gonna last, man. They just different. They ain't grow up together like the same way. It's just a little different, but yeah, man. They trying to do it defensive. Nah. I think he's gonna be who he is. I think he's gonna be who he is. I think he's smart defensively. You know what I mean? But he's an offensive powerhouse, man. He's a powerhouse, man. He can hurt you. Zab Judah was IBF champion, 140 and 19 years old. Zab Judah is Another one, special guy. Yeah, I'm gonna be there, D1. I'm gonna be there. But overall, man, we got a great night of boxing, man. The only damper, like I said, was the Shakur fight, man. The heavyweight fight was good in the beginning. Then Kevin and Calvin fought, so that was another cool scrap. I mean, Keith Cologne came on, did his thing. Then Edverson Garcia beat up William Foster. Then Abdullah Mason opened up the main event portion of the card. Then they threw Keysahwn and Medueno in there. That was cool. And Oshaquie, Keysahwn finally giving him a title after 4 chances because they gave it to him on Saturday for sure. And ultimately, man, Core, let's see what Core could do next, man. You already know D1 gonna have some fun, man. Let's see what Core do next. Let's see where he go. But so again, salute to everybody that came through the build with your boy on this early one. Man, I'll be back at 4 o'clock, man. I'll see y'all in a little bit, man. I already know. If y'all don't see y'all, you know, y'all ain't back on 4. Y'all make sure y'all enjoy the rest of y'all good Monday. And we're gonna be back at 4 to build on some more boxing, man. We're doing double duty today, man. But yeah, he is. He busts. He throw a lot of punches. But looking at Giovanni's style, he do a lot of unnecessary moving. It's not irky jerky, but he fight like jittery almost, like he's jittery, like he's a little nervous. Like he do a lot of unnecessary moving, and I know you can't keep up with that. And it's like Zepeda just caught on to that shit and broke him down, got him up out of there in 3. And he took a business decision because you notice how nobody talking about how he quit. Because he damn sure like he quit. He looked like he could have got back up. He didn't want to. Fought like he didn't box, all that. He said, look like he didn't box at all. Yeah, man. He just punched on his body and got him up out of there, man. Giovanni was boxing well at first, too. He started real strong, but I already knew that he was fighting at a pace that he couldn't keep up with. I knew he was fighting at a pace that he couldn't keep up with. But that's my thoughts, man. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Good fight card on Saturday, man. We'll be back later to build on some more boxing. With that, we up out of here, man. Peace to the fans. For sure. I got you, Frequent. I got you. Salute to you. I see you, D1. I ain't catch that. He say he couldn't hear. Yeah, because he just sat down. Like, he just sat there so casually. I was like, what the hell? So salute to y'all, man. Peace to the fam. We out.